Riker here, and I just wanted to say before we start the episode, shout out to all our fans. From the humble fat boys to the Abraham Thinkins and the Miss Aunties, we appreciate you for tuning in with us and our outrageous but hopefully funny and somewhat interesting opinions. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. This episode in particular, there's going to be a lot of strong opinions, and they're going to be aplenty. Of course, I added in some corrections as we strive to fact check our shit for the greater good. We hope you can make it through this with us and leave us a comment or two on our social media like EVDY Black Men on Twitter, Everyday Black Men on Facebook, and Everyday Black Men on Instagram. Now, let's start the show. First and foremost, around the room, I have R. Reed. I have Plum returning from last week. I have Armstead, and then I have the Black Libertarian who is here. And I'm going to start this off by saying Everyday Black Man is issuing a non-apology to Black Libertarian for stealing his idea for reparations.
It's not gonna be one. It was my idea, and you trying to steal it and put it on your damn. Hold on. Where can we reach you at?
You can reach me at Libertarian2 on Twitter and at Black Libertarian2 on Twitter and Black Libertarian on Instagram.
We have a libertarian in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Libertarian.
Hey, could you tell us what a libertarian is? For those who don't know,
a group of people who are neither Democrat or Republican.
They're more Republican than Democrats, right?
Not necessarily. They support fiscal issues when it comes to Republicans, and when it comes to Democrats, they support social issues. But overall, they want smaller government. The bigger thing is to get government out of our way and out of our lives.
Hey, who's the number one employer of people in the United States, ladies and gentlemen?
I would think it would be
Private sector?
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah.
Walmart?
Who's second after Walmart?
Amazon?
McDonald's?
United States government, I believe.
Walmart is number one?
Yeah,
Walmart is number one.
Walmart makes
Really?
sense when you think about all the offices that they have to have, all the actual warehouses.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, the
Double
warehouses
check that,
too.
because I think the government was number 2 after Walmart.
Okay.
Then the different types of stores.
But that means the United States government
it's
is too big.
Walmart, then Amazon, then
I forgot about
Food
Amazon.
Brands.
Is that just private sector or that's both?
It just says list of largest United States employers globally.
Yeah, we're going to have to
So
go
it's
with
Walmart, Amazon,
I
and
think
then the government.
Is it counting the government? Because it's not counting the
Globally
government.
might.
I mean, because the government employs 2.86 million people as of 2015. And that's just defense.
That's just defense?
That's just defense.
I think our defense.
We still have national health, which 2.86.
They're higher than
Million.
Walmart at this point.
Yeah, they're higher than
Walmart is
Walmart.
2.2
So we got to
million.
believe that the federal government. I think we all agree that the federal government is too big.
Wait,
But I think it's more on the military side, which we never addressed.
it's really not.
We never going to address that because we're not going to talk about that because you need those people to defend you, and you're not allowed to have any questions about that.
Well, let
Do
me
you
say something
understand?
about that. There's a really cool app that I use. I use it to stress myself out daily.
Twitter.
It's called the U.S. Debt Clock.
Oh man, the U.S. debt clock is awesome, dude.
Yeah, so what?
Hey, what's that about?
They just updated. Well, it tells you the debt that we're in per president, per time as a country. But I looked up their secret programs, and we're currently sponsoring a TR-3B Aurora anti-gravity vehicle that isn't even real yet. That we've already spent $1.7 billion on.
Neither was the nuclear weapons, and then it became real.
It became a big thing.
Anti-gravity using mercury and nuclear fission. No, dude, we don't even need that. Unless they know something that we don't know is happening here.
Which probably they
we
do.
don't
Area
need
51.
that.
We storming, ladies and gentlemen. We are storming Area 51 all together.
I'll be in the back.
This project has cost more than the Black Hawk.
Let's start the podcast.
How much
ladies and
is the
gentlemen.
wall costing?
Oh.
And even
They did agree to let him use military funds to build it, right?
yeah.
So then how does that impact the military?
I mean,
I
the
mean,
military's mad.
their budget is bloated anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they get 746.
Well, he took $7 billion.
They get 746 billion, and no one, even our allies, couldn't fuck with us if they wanted to.
I think we use more. We spend more on defense than our next, like 6 allies
No,
or is it
that's
8?
10.
10. That's real.
Combined.
So this statement is largely true and came from when Rand Paul was talking about how we spend as much as the 10 closest countries. And the reality, the spirit of what he said is actually true, but it's closer to the 7 closest, which was about $609 billion versus our $210 billion back in 2015. Since we were discussing allies, though, we can subtract China and Russia, which gives us currently a total of $510 billion, which leaves us about $150 billion that we're spending more than our 10 closest, or 12 closest allies, I should say, when we subtract ourselves, China and Russia, in 2019. I included the link to the sources below in the description, as well as it will be on our Instagram page.
Ridiculous.
Yes, combined.
He cut 5% out of the budget, and it still did nothing.
5%?
He cut 5% across the board.
I don't think he cut 5% out of the military
he cut
spending.
5% about
No,
every,
he cut 5%.
United government department. He cut 5%.
I have to double check that.
So Trump actually did seek a 5% cut in domestic spending across the board in his 2020 proposal. Okay.
Right now.
So is he still? I saw something saying that someone, I don't know if it's him, they're proposing cutting food stamps or
Okay, they should.
I mean, yeah, they're always trying to cut food stamps.
It cut it and go back up. Cut it and go back up. That's just how food stamps is.
Well, that's another thing the libertarians believe. I mean, one, the defense budget is way too high, but just so you know, currently.
But you can't start with food stamps. You got to start with the
I
biggest
didn't say
contributor to our debt.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying overall, the amount of money we spend currently, as of right now, on food stamps is going to be.
I don't have a
I'm
problem.
going to pull that number for you.
Yeah, that
If you cut that number, Walmart's profits going to go down. You know what Walmart's going to do.
Yeah.
Walmart gonna cut them.
He going to cut their ass
cut
too.
'em.
I mean, we spent $136 million on fraud, abuse, and waste.
That's not that bad
That's how
considering.
much we waste. $136 billion.
That's not that bad
But
considering.
yeah,
Considering.
So wait. So is Walmart? Where was Walmart at again? What
they're
rank?
number one behind the government.
Number one behind the government.
Correct.
And still, when you go there, you can only get one person at the damn register.
White. Hey, our white listeners, are they there?
I mean, we have white listeners.
Hey, do y'all get more than one person at your Walmart? Because I go to Walmart, in Perimeter, and it's still like one person.
Now, the Walmart in North Decatur and Clarkston, if you go there at about
I go to that
11 o'clock, or not Clarkston, North Decatur,
Yeah.
it flows so efficiently. Like,
Okay.
You know why?
they may have 2 registers open, but those people are working.
You know why? Because white people don't take that bullshit.
I have a question for y'all. Do
But,
y'all complain?
Let me get one thing back.
I boycotted for a while.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
boycotted for a while. So getting back to you, they don't tell us what it is by itself. But when you add in
35
Social Security,
million.
yeah,
$35 million.
I don't have a problem with Social Security.
35 million.
No,
I
no
want to
problem
see the
with that
sources
either.
on that, but we'll go with that for now.
That's what the debt clock says. That
Do you have a problem with Social Security?
35 million recipients.
Do you have a problem with Social Security? The Black Libertarian?
Yeah, cut it off.
Why do you think it should
Why
be
do you
cut
think you
off?
should cut it off?
You need to handle your own savings. It's not my problem. It's nobody else's problem. You handle your own savings. People shouldn't be in an office worrying about your savings for you.
Disagree.
Wow. No, I disagree.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people, they're not good with money. Like
Not that
that,
they're
you
good,
know.
not good with money.
That's your problem.
What
But
happens?
it is our problem.
Correct.
Because we don't want this to start turning into India, where we just have people cutting off hands and doing all kinds of crazy
Yeah,
shit.
man. What's wrong?
That's the problem with most libertarian concepts.
I mean, no, that's not the problem with most libertarian concepts. That's the problem with libertarians on welfare. I would be willing to give libertarians about 90% of what they want, but that's one thing I wouldn't give them.
Nah, they more of a you step in my yard, shoot you type niggas.
I mean, I'm 100% with that. You step in the wrong. If you're not a friend of mine and you stepped in my yard, I should have the right to kill you.
Nigga, we used to walk through the cut. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, exactly, man. I used to cut through my neighbor's yard just so I can get home faster. You gonna shoot me? because of
Exactly.
that?
You want to get home faster? Now you die today.
Hold on. Why do I have to supply you with the way to get home first?
Exactly.
Your thinking is wrong. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Your thinking, you can't walk on someone's property because you want to and tell me I got
Exactly.
to deal with it. Who do you think you are?
Exactly.
I'm not saying that you
Your
gotta
thinking
deal
is
with
wrong
it.
because this is the United States. You really don't own that property.
Exactly.
Okay, so with Social Security, just so I'm clear,
Go back.
McDonald's workers, they get,
Everybody gets Social
They get
Security.
Social Security
Everybody.
withdrawn. Okay, so then it becomes a question of what you're saying of I'm not responsible for your savings, but everybody is not meant to be. Everybody is not going to be.
There's going to be a large class of poor people.
That's called a safety net, and that's why it exists.
Exactly. It's the safety net.
But we're running out of money with it.
No,
Yes.
Social Security was solvent until they started borrowing against it.
Correct. Social Security was fine until
So
Republicans
if
started
they stopped
tinkering
fucking
with
with
Are we
it,
talking about right now, or are we talking about in the past? I don't know.
In the
in
past.
the past, they didn't
Let's
stop.
talk about right now.
When it
It's not
became
solvent.
unsolvent, that was in like the late 2000s when they started borrowing against it for their
Okay,
wars.
well, just get rid of it.
So
Or
then what
stop
are your views
fucking
on
with
free
it and put the
healthcare?
money back you ordered it.
Correct.
Oh, free
Oh, you
healthcare?
got from it.
Oh, absolutely not. The free market runs things better than the government.
No,
How's the free market
doesn't.
been working?
The private did not let the free market work. Where do you want me to
No,
start?
we
We've got the FDA, all right? We've got
FDA needs
subsidies
scissors.
in place for all kinds of medicines. They
Yes,
can only
because
hold their patents
otherwise
for
it
10
would
years.
literally be
Time for the
people
trap, ladies and
dying.
gentlemen.
No,
I'm
it
gonna trap
wouldn't.
them.
Yes, it would.
And then what's wrong with that?
Because
Exactly.
That's the problem that libertarians have. Is
What
that
do you not want people to? At some point,
Yes,
we're gonna
we
reach a
want
point of
people. We want to
non-sustainability.
extend people's lives more than we want for people to just be able to do
But I
whatever
don't
they
want to be responsible for it. It
Wait a
is not
minute.
my problem.
Are
Yes,
Are you guys against the FDA?
yes, they're
Yes,
against.
absolutely.
They're against any government
Because that's
intervention.
regulation.
FDA FDA is corrupt.
And some regulation is good.
No, FDA is corrupt.
Most good regulation is okay to bad, but FDA is okay.
FDA is corrupt.
So you don't want any regulations on how our food is produced?
I want you to be responsible for yourself.
Fuck it.
He says,
See how ridiculous it goes?
See how ridiculous libertarian policies
It's
end up
not
being.
ridiculous to ask you to be responsible for yourself.
Sir,
is
how
that
are you gonna be
ridiculous?
responsible for the food you don't know that somebody else is growing,
Not my problem.
making? So you're gonna be okay with? All right. So right
The
now,
FDA doesn't even catch half of the things that come in food, and that's from
yes,
their
they
own
don't
opinion.
catch half of it, but they do catch half.
I mean, it's less than
50,
half. From their
less
own
than half
opinion,
is
they don't-
still a lot.
Doesn't
Yeah, it's
matter
still
if they
better than
caught
not catching nothing at all.
Yeah.
I have a question. Let's stop right there. Tell me why black people should be libertarians.
What do we have in
Why
the
should
press?
black people be libertarians? I repeated that on
Why is
purpose.
doing anything else done for you?
I mean,
Well,
being
now
on the
that's a good
Democrats'
point.
teat so far has gotten us.
We're not Democrats here, right?
That's fine. I mean, even if you're progressive or not, there's no.
No. There are policies
I'm
on
not
both sides.
I'm not for policies for a specific group of people. I'm policies that are American policies.
Hell no. Black people
Hell
got
no.
screwed.
Hell no. The black people gotten screwed.
You agree with that? Black people got screwed. Considering what they done for other people when they screwed them over. The Japanese, even the Jews to this day, Israel, what the fuck?
We still give them money, and we didn't gas not one person.
Not
you're
one
still
person
voting
got
in people
gassed.
who do that. You're still voting in people who give them money and give you nothing.
Whoa, sir. Our choices are between a turd sandwich and a douche. All right.
South Park coined that very well.
I
You
know
have
they
another
did.
option. I'm telling you, there are third parties that will
No,
go in there
we
and support
tried the
smaller
Gary
government.
Johnson train.
I voted third party last time.
Yeah, we both voted third
Yeah,
party.
independent. Bernie Sanders.
Socialism isn't a third party. It's just far.
Socialism is a third party.
Socialism is a third party.
Well,
It's
yes, it
just
is.
far left Democrat. It's just
No,
far
no, no.
left.
I mean,
So it's
you're nothing but a
extremist.
far right
It's Democrat
Republican.
extremist. I'm not a far right Republican.
That's what libertarians are considered in this country.
No, that's what people say, but that's not what we are.
No.
Name a sitting libertarian.
Technically, none.
No.
No, there's one.
There's a sitting libertarian in the Senate. Who does he vote with most of the
Technically,
time?
none.
No, there
You're
is.
not going to call him out, are you?
You're
You're not going to say his name.
You're
All
not
right.
gonna say his name.
right.
Rand.
We're fiscally conservative.
Rand Paul
Rand Paul.
typically votes for
Fiscally
who?
conservative.
No, he votes with Republicans. What is it? 99% of the time. Not a.
Well, we'll find a number.
Where did he? So actually, an exaggeration, and not true from what I can tell. Take for example, Agent Orange. Rand Paul voted with him only 69% of the time, with key votes against him, such as when he did his 2-year budget earlier this year, August 1st, as well as on the 20th of June when he voted to block the sale of arms to Saudi Arabia.
I don't think he
Marriage
cares.
is already equal, and I don't think he cared.
He didn't
don't
vote
think-
for none of that
I don't
shit.
care who you marry. I don't care who you date. I don't care
You
what
don't
do in
care.
your free time.
I get black libertarian but I'm saying the rest of the party is not in the
No,
same step and lock
libertarians
with
don't
you.
care about that. I can show
Oh.
you several of them that don't care who you marry, who you date.
The
We're
fact
not
that you,
Republicans.
No, you and your friends who are libertarians don't care.
The libertarian, the
Gary,
National
I'll give you
Libertarian
this.
Party
Gary
says they don't
Johnson.
care.
Gary Johnson didn't care, but all them niggas in between the people at the bottom and Gary Johnson.
I don't understand how that's still an issue when it's been passed by the federal government
It's
already.
not an issue. That's what I'm telling you. We don't care. The National Libertarian Party does not care. We want to make prostitution legal. We want to make weed legal.
I agree.
Cocaine legal.
I agree.
We
No
want to make
cocaine.
I agree.
No
Might as
cocaine.
well.
No cocaine.
You can, what are you
Why
trying
you wanna
to
make
do? You
cocaine?
can't
Well-
babysit.
Okay, no meth.
No. Cocaine you can't. Meth you can't. The only reason
There
I'm
are some
saying-
drugs you can't.
You
now,
know what? You
the
know
question
what?
is legal or criminalized? I say
Okay, you
decriminalize.
say no to meth,
Okay,
but
I
meth
would-
was in a drug we were giving to kids.
Decriminalize.
Yes,
it. There's a difference.
We can
Decriminalize
decriminalize.
still makes it illegal. We
That's-
don't want it illegal. We want the government.
There's a
out of
difference.
it. I can put in my body whatever I want.
No.
I can commit
Well,
suicide if
then
I
it
want.
kind of backtracks once you become an addict and someone else
start
is
robbing people's
responsible for
houses.
your health care. That's the thing about that when you double it back. Like
do you mean?
it's up to you what you want to put in your body. I agree. But then let's say you become an addict and it spirals out of control. You're gonna need what
That's
is
the
it?
problem with having
Health care.
a Wild Wild West
What do they
system.
call
I
it?
don't think we need to be babysitted.
Rehab.
I don't think we need to be babysitted. And the reason we have a lot of the issues we have now is because we're babysitted. We're babysitted. We're treated like babies our entire life.
You know why we treat people like
But
babies?
you know, man, a lot of people have a lot of mental issues,
Because
man.
they
And when
are babies.
And when they
Because they
have
are
mental
babies.
issues like that, man, somebody needs to come and take control of what you're doing.
Exactly. A lot of
my
these
God,
people.
Jesus
A lot of
Christ.
these people.
It does, man,
regardless-
because what if somebody is going through something right now and they decide to go and hurt somebody in your family or something like that?
Let me explain something to you. If
You know-
I have the freedom to shoot somebody if they come on my property, I bet you a lot of people are going to stop walking on people's property. If you're you know what I'm saying? Your freedom extends as far as my nose begins. You have no right to anything I have. You have no right to anything I own or my labor. Feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
If people live like that, I bet you people start making different decisions, but right now they don't have to live
Well,
like
no.
But some people don't have choice. Some people don't have choice. Don't
People-
have the same choices as others. That's where the playing field is unfair because all of us don't have the same choices.
Everybody has the same choices.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
You weren't given the same choices this morning as Donald Trump, and I wasn't given the same choices as you.
I wasn't given the same choices as Beyonce.
But nobody should fix. I mean, what do you want them to do for you?
What do we want them to do? Equalize it.
It can't ever equalize it.
With my idea of no taxes for black people, you can equalize it.
My idea.
Yes, with his idea of no taxes for black people, the Black Libertarians' idea.
That's my
then,
idea.
yes, we could
stole
equalize it to a certain extent.
He stole
But
it.
we're getting slightly off topic. But I wanted to
America
give you.
isn't fair though. You all are expecting.
Nobody's
no,
seeking fair.
No, we're not
That's why you
asking
want
for
to
fair.
equalize it so it's fair. It's not.
No.
fair.
We want to make it more even. We don't want to make it fair.
not gonna ever be even.
Fairness is a fallacy. But what we're saying is making things more equal. I'm not saying Black Libertarian that you should want to pay for, let's just say, Plum's maternity leave. But by paying for Plum's maternity leave when she has a kid, it makes it so that when she comes back, she's able to hit the ground running and isn't over here rushing and fussing and doing all these other things.
Let me propose this idea. One of the libertarians proposed an idea of a voluntary tax. If you want to participate and help her, go right ahead. Fine.
I always say that. There's nothing stopping these
nothing
motherfuckers from
stopping
paying more
you to
taxes.
you
or writing a
wanna
check
pay
to
more
the
tax. You
Treasury.
wanna pay- we
We over here,
propose a
Bill
voluntary tax.
Gates and Warren Buffett always argue for more taxation and things. I was like, what stops y'all from writing a check?
Well, what stops them from writing a check is that they don't
IRS.
have a government. If they don't have a government forcing them, and also the way that IRS policies are, you can only give a certain amount of people a certain amount of money within your lifetime.
Do you believe in taxes?
I believe taxation is theft, but it's a necessary evil.
You believe it's theft?
I don't think it is.
No, it is theft.
It is.
Oh.
If you don't pay it, I mean, you don't have an option. If you don't pay it, you go to jail or get. Your
Look at
house
Wesley
taken away,
Snipes.
Your car's taken. It's-
That's an infringement on your rights by the
You're
state.
going to pay one way or the other.
That's what I'm saying. If you do a
Bottom line.
voluntary tax, if you all feel the way you all feel, I don't see anything wrong with it.
No. We had to have the government do it because everyone said that they would participate. Everyone says they would participate in the voluntary tax, but not a single one of these motherfuckers would do it.
That black, cut it.
Even if we give people,
Give me that extra $100. I'll be all right.
Exactly.
10 years later, hey, nigga, hey,
I
bro.
guess we just have we have different views on how we view society.
It's in that house.
We have more
No.
faith in
You have way more faith in people, and honestly, I find the fact that libertarians have so much faith in people to be endearing because y'all are some of the most optimistic motherfuckers I've ever known, the man.
Because they don't. Those people will rob you when they fail.
Exactly. Get shot
Yeah.
if they
You
come
can't
in
shoot
my-
them all.
Yeah, you can't shoot them all, man. Your
all.
gun
They'd
on
be
the hole so
surprised
many
what I can
bullets.
do.
That's what
Don't
they
have to
tried at
use a
Hobbs
gun.
and Shaw. It didn't work,
Don't have to use a gun.
and they had better guns.
You don't have to use a gun.
Man, you got some people who do.
If they legalize, if they give us our Second Amendment like it's supposed to, like one thing people don't know
You mean like
is
the fact that you should have a rocket launcher if you feel?
I should have a tank if I want to, but that's besides the point. The Constitution was made to limit the government, not limit the people. It's limiting the government from being tyrannical. So if we actually have,
You
our
mean
right-
like it is currently?
like it is currently? Yes. If we actually had our rights, I could have a fighter jet in my driveway if I wanted to. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but
If you got the $50-something million for it and Boeing
should be
lets
able
you
to
have
buy
an
it.
order, then yeah, go ahead.
if I want a rocket, like, did you know this? Let me tell you something. If a criminal walks in your yard and you have a bear trap, you can go to jail for his leg getting cut off, and you get sued. What kind of law is that? Where's my freedom? I can't even protect my own law because.
Well, that
someone-
happened in Georgia, and we covered this the same last time that you were here.
Oh, okay.
Is that there was a criminal who broke into somebody's skylight or sky window, broke his
Moonlight.
leg on the way down, and the moon window, broke his leg, sued the homeowner, won in court. Happened in Georgia.
We support criminal behavior in this country.
We do support
The
criminal
government
behavior.
is run by criminals.
Well, that's also true. So I think.
So why
I
would
think,
we not support
I think
the
that's
behavior?
part of what we're trying to get across to libertarians and Black libertarian. You can mull on this a little bit later. Is that you have to be a little bit more pessimistic. And that's why we want to keep a lot of these guardrails on with people because we can't trust people to do things the right way. And I mean, to be honest, it's just if we had a system where over time libertarians were to slowly enact some of the changes that they want, they could probably have it done.
I agree with that.
But
I-
the problem is that y'all want to just do all these things at once. If we got it to the point where if somebody went to school or went to trade school and they were guaranteed a job that is going to get them, and not guaranteed as in you just show up to the fucking thing drunk and you get the job, like not communism. I'm saying you show up, you tried, you have the credentials, the job is available, you get the job. If getting a job doing whatever trade you are, I'm not talking about some art teacher bullshit. I'm talking real job. Like you're doing English, you're doing math or whatever, and you're getting paid well. Cops are getting paid well, first responders, all that stuff. People would be more receptive to some of the other things. Like would we need a social net if everyone here was guaranteed to get some level of food from like a real food pantry, not like the church and stuff? Because that stuff is great, but as we've seen in recessions, the moment everybody starts losing their jobs, the church pantries run dry. Like right now, they're on a surplus because most niggas is doing all right.
Well, I agree that. So first off, let me address the first thing. I agree that policy should be rolled out. I've even said that I'm for open borders because you can't have a free market without open borders. But I don't want open borders until I can properly protect myself, which means giving me my full rights as far as me arming myself. But
see, I agree with
I agree with that.
Defense. I agree with libertarian defense. I just don't agree with everything else that y'all have because I feel like that's kind of like I think when we get it to where you can defend if someone comes on your property, they can be killed in 50 states in America.
Hell no.
Yes. I feel like if somebody comes on your property with any intent whatsoever outside of you, you ask them to leave.
Intent matter.
I get that.
Okay.
I'm just framing.
I feel like it really depends on how you do your.
If a kid's just crossing through your yard for a shortcut,
infringement is infringement.
A kid though?
Yeah.
I mean, but the thing about it is,
no. In that case, that's why they have gates and fences and stuff like
they'll
that.
Climb gates and they'll climb.
Yeah,
fences.
but if you climb a gate, that's a whole different ordeal.
Okay, so you're saying you would be okay with it as long as he has a fence.
If he has a fence up or something like that,
we climb fences all the time.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is that fence was made particularly.
You're
to keep
a fucking
people
kid. You don't know the difference.
All right, so we're going into extreme levels, and I'm not trying to be.
That's how extreme it would be. Especially when you're dealing with people of color.
Culture of black libertarians.
No,
it's not that many black libertarians.
It's not because they're basically considered Republicans.
We're not
Correct.
Republicans.
I'm saying considered. I didn't say you were
we didn't
Republican.
say
I
you
know
are.
there's a
We're
difference.
saying what you're considered.
That's like progressives and then Democrats. Progressives are very different from
we're
Democrats.
not.
But
Progressives
they consider
believe change in everything. There's some things you just shouldn't change, like gun laws. That's a segue so we can move forward.
Moving forward. So, from a libertarian standpoint, how did you feel about the
2 recent shootings?
I got in a debate with this online.
technically
I
3?
think in our culture,
Yeah,
as a whole, we have destroyed men, and we've destroyed manhood as pillars of community and as beacons of strength. And as we,
what do you mean we?
The society is.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna let you finish.
Let them rant.
So because of that, we don't have men carrying guns. We have more places that support no guns, no knives, no nothing. I think if you have a gun there, it's less likely for somebody to come shoot up the place. Okay. I do feel sorry for the people, though. I'm sorry that they lost their lives, but at the same sense, they didn't protect them.
Okay, so this is where he's gonna hit you.
So
All right, here I go. All right. I have no problem with guns as they stand now. I honestly think we have too many laws for guns. Everybody was like, we need to ban AR-15s. I'm going to tell y'all something. Those mass shootings, generally speaking, they happen like in 1% where they have a fully automatic weapon or semi-automatic weapon nowadays. That's like less than 1% of the time, most of the time, when they talk about mass shootings.
From what I can tell, in the most recent data available, which is from 2017, assault-style weapons are only used in about 4% of the gun murders in the United States. This is a far cry from, of course, what is reported and sensationalized, but we got to stay woke. I'll include the link, of course, below.
I have a lot of problems with current gun laws because a lot of people will say Second Amendment. I actually stole this from a black libertarian as well. One I follow on YouTube, he said it's a property rights issue. Your guns are property, and the government infringes on your rights to property. And I never thought about it like that. And I was like, that's great. And I always wanted to ask you the question now. Do you see it as a property rights issue as well? Because it's so hard to get a fucking gun. You can get a gun, I'm talking about like legally. Like go to the store, do your background check. And I think, and then they say, why you want an AR-15? I go, why not? Because if I got a pistol and he has AR-15, he's not threatened anymore. If I have an AR-15 and he has AR-15, guarantee he's going to be feel threatened because it's not about who has the gun. It's about who has the biggest gun. And I have no problem with you having a bigger gun. It just doesn't bother me. I don't care if it shoots 20 people in 2 minutes.
Well, the thing about it that we're not taking into account, so I thought you were going to go with this a different way.
You thought
to
it
the
was
black
against him.
libertarian. No.
No, this was a black libertarian.
I thought that you were going to bring up the fact that both Texas as well as Ohio
I saw that.
are both open carry states.
They are.
And not a single person who
Well,
has open
that
carry.
kind of goes into what he was saying. Well, wasn't there more men with guns?
Well, there was a man with gun in the Texas thing,
And
but he was in the mall, not in Walmart.
Right.
Did he-
I think with that guy, because since he's a military member, thank you, God bless America, if he had actually been there, I think he would have killed that kid.
He would have.
And also, I feel like the other problem is that white people don't want to talk about is the fact that we can catch these armed white people, but we never catch a single unarmed black person.
I don't think it's an issue of property and all that. These are
How
just
not?
fucking incel losers.
Okay.
Yes, that's the issue.
Well, first and foremost, this guy's not a loser, right?
Yeah.
He was smart enough to post his manifesto in the
read
parking
some
lot.
Of his manifesto.
He posted that shit in the parking
Wait,
lot,
what?
and then he went in to shoot.
I want to write
That's
me a
how.
manifesto.
That's how. Like when
Every man should have a manifesto.
When the media began their thing, and I'm throwing in the fake news, just a bullshit.
CNN.
But yeah, when CNN ran with it, they immediately started up with there's a mental health incident, and I was like, no, this nigga's white. Absolutely.
Why
no,
is it
he's
always a mental
Well,
health?
let me.
We have
earlier that year in Texas, they did close one of the mental hospitals and released all the people.
I think I have
That's
it.
one thing.
Mental health is an issue, but
is.
the problem is, why is it always mental health for white people, but not necessarily black people? And I think mental health is an issue, but we have to start with our culture. We have a bully pulpit culture.
Oh boy.
Period. Even if you're on the internet, everybody's bullying everybody.
Bullying.
And then when you get in real life, some people will become emboldened, and some people are just bitches. I mean, it is what it is. These people have become emboldened.
Capitalist system. And
What do you mean?
Capitalism is bullying. Somebody's got to be poor. Somebody's going to be rich.
Capitalism is stepping over somebody else so you can make it, but it's not necessarily me going on Twitter and just going on like "fuck you," your life and everything.
We had
And like,
capitalism in the 50s, man, and we still managed to not have a bullying thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you had
Yeah.
like
These men are just
MVP.
losers. These mass shooters are just fucking losers.
They
I
probably
haven't
are.
seen one yet who isn't.
Are they losers? But
They're just
Probably.
fucking
culture
losers.
right now. Is,
we have to address our culture
We have to
because,
address our culture.
like, if I'm on the internet
I
calling you a
agree.
bitch and all this kind of shit, some people don't take that well. Some people
Yeah,
are
some people
bitches,
don't.
so they go out there and they shoot people. The biggest like mass shooting that recently happened, what was that one in? I think it was West Virginia. No, West Virginia. Didn't they kill 32 people in West Virginia? I'm
When
talking
did this
about just
happen?
no. That was like the college one, right? He shot people with a handgun.
Are you talking? No, wasn't that
What's that?
Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech.
Because
Wasn't
that
he?
was 27.
Did he 27? I thought it was 32.
Because I was an Asian dude. No, that was like 27.
He had a handgun though, right?
Yeah, he had a
Who's the
handgun.
dude with the knife?
No, he had a handgun. While we were right about the weapons being used being pistols, we wrongly stated West Virginia when this tragic incident happened in Blacksburg, Virginia. The total deaths were 33 and 23 people were injured. We should have caught this in production and will strive to Google better on the fly next time.
He had a handgun though. But y'all see, this is when they was talking about banning
He shot
automatics.
27 people with a handgun.
Yeah, he shot 27 people with a handgun. The reason for that is because he actually went to the fucking range. I mean, people forget the fact that somebody who actually loads up all their clips and carries a shit ton of them with them can do a lot of damage.
A lot of
Like
damage.
9mm
A whole
ain't
lot
fucking
of
around.
damage. Then put an extended
That's
clip
why
on
I
it
keep
too.
exactly, especially if you put an extended clip on it too. You had that bad boy shooting 32 rounds.
There's no way to stop this. This is happening around.
Bad things happen, and we just have to accept it.
Not
But no one is
accepted.
willing to accept that. You're both right. Bad things do happen, but
They're-
no one is willing to accept
They're
that
not
they
gonna.
may go
and
to a
there's no
grocery
law
store.
that the government can create to stop this from happening.
But it doesn't matter if there's a law. It matters that the fact that people think that if they just surrender
As
themselves.
a black person, everyday black male, there's no way in hell you should trust the state that infringes on your right daily when you say the cops are fucking you over to come to your house and not arrest you and take your
but the
guns
black
away.
Republicans
And
believe
take
that
But
the
your
cops-
guns
if
away.
the
You're
FBI
right.
can monitor pedophiles, why can't they monitor these people?
because they don't
online?
want to modify them. They don't want to monitor them.
But I mean, if I today, there's nothing that tells you I'm gonna go shoot up somebody. If I decide to do it, I'm gonna do it.
When they have background checks, all right, I want you to remember this. When they say background checks, they already exist. What they want is a national gun registry, which is them telling you what kind of gun everybody has. No one wants that shit. That's none of the fucking government's
None of
business.
your business what I have.
And that's me agreeing with fucking libertarians, and that's how sad it is that I'm agreeing with a fucking black libertarian.
Who did
Two
the
handguns.
mass stabbing? Didn't someone do a
Yeah,
mass
that's what I was
stabbing?
saying. Somebody did a mass stabbing.
How the
I can't
fuck?
remember
Yeah,
did
look that
anyone
up.
That's
stab?
personal.
But do you feel like, as a female, I know they always go to females and be like, hey, don't you think we should get rid of guns? How do you feel about guns? Plum.
think-
Oh,
Guns
you're
are
talking about the guy
necessary.
in Pennsylvania who stabbed 22 people
Yeah, that guy.
at a high school.
I'm not opposed
How
to
the
guns. I
fuck did
think
you?
they're necessary.
Nobody clocked this nigga. Like you saw this nigga coming down the hallway, stab people left and right. He didn't just say,
It's
"Fuck."
a-
Guess we doing
Nigga,
this
two
shit.
knives.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing people don't understand is like there's a crowd mentality, and we have a problem in the society for not supporting individuality. When somebody comes in and starts stabbing,
You're right. He
one
did have
person,
2 knives.
everybody just runs because they see other people run. We've proven this before when we were younger. I'm not gonna say how, but when people see
We
one
would
person
start
run,
running randomly at the mall.
and people would just follow, and cars a mile.
They'd be like, why you running? I don't know.
It would cause chaos in the mob effect. So people don't know how to say, okay, let me look at the situation, see what's going on, then react. They just.
But this is
react.
exactly why we can't have the things that libertarians want because
Well, no.
people are sheep.
Well,
And
people
they-
are sheep because we make them sheep.
No,
Public school
no.
makes you sheep. They want you
No,
to think of
no,
it
it's not.
is.
It's not the sheep because we have plenty of people.
We all went to public school.
Who
We're not
went to
sheep.
public school
Yeah, we ain't
who are
sheep.
not sheep.
I ain't no sheep.
You a
So
sheep?
what do libertarians think about public education?
Oh, well,
Get rid of it.
So then
They
how
wanted
do-
to go back to the old school where you had to pay for actual education.
Or you teach yourself at home.
But see, that's going to put some people at a disadvantage.
Not some
because
people, that's gonna put the
a
vast majority of people.
at a disadvantage. And this is not, we need you to take care of us, but everybody doesn't have access to the same resources as the next person.
Everyone
so that
doesn't have
means-
access to
but
education.
That's how it is now,
the
though.
the thing that libertarians also forget to take into account is single parents. We got a ton of them in our community, and they are not going to do a good job.
Most of those are going to fuck up black communities, but
Exactly.
that's not something you want to consider.
Exactly. Those policies
I hear
all
what you're saying. I'm
fuck
not
up black
saying that
communities.
it may need to be looked at, but as it stands now, public school didn't do well for me, and I don't think it does.
What the hell are you
What
talking
are you
about?
Talking about?
They did great for you.
You're one of the
Speak, I wanna
smartest.
You're the smartest
I want
motherfuckers
to
in
hear
the
what he
school.
has to say. Why didn't I do well?
You passed the Georgia graduation test and did the whole thing backwards on accident. Went back, redid it, and passed the highest out of everybody.
First off,
Everybody passed that but you.
I passed it
Eventually.
on my second try.
Third.
First off, my mom taught me. My mom was a math teacher, so she taught me. My dad was a math teacher. My mom was an accountant, so they taught me how to do.
That's the problem. At school, it's only technically they say that's only 35%, so that's 1/3 of the equation. We have lost our parents and other outside factors that help you with your education. School is just 1/3 of the equation
I
because you only
agree,
went
but
to school
it's-
1/3 of the time.
But I learned on my own. I didn't go to
Yes,
school.
yes.
That's why I talk about
we're
intelligence.
saying that.
But you was
you
taught to
are
learn on your
over
own.
assuming the average person's intelligence.
No, I'm not overassuming. I'm telling the average person to be responsible for themselves.
They
I'm
are not
assuming
responsible.
But not
No.
everybody knows how to be responsible like
Then
that.
don't-
I'll say this. I'll say, wow.
We're not. That again. These are all the reasons why libertarians
I'll
don't get the
say
shit
this.
they
That's
want.
extreme, but it's like no one's gonna.
Who's worked in education here in Georgia, it's unfair to children because every child doesn't have a parent that's going to sit with them.
Well, that's
and
kinda
teach
their
them.
fault.
That's the parents' fault.
But that's not. But that becomes the kid's problem.
Yes.
That becomes their child's problem.
That's why
not fair
teachers
to that
have
child.
a responsibility
but
that's
listen.
bigger than what they
My
understand.
argument is they're okay doing that because they have a way to do that.
No, they
Well,
would
No,
still.
hold on. Let me move a
No,
point. Let me prove a
I
point.
get where I get where going.
We had community in the 17, 16s, and 1500s, 1800s. We taught ourselves. Black communities, we taught ourselves.
We were slaves.
It doesn't matter. We still would have
Okay.
meetings and teach ourselves. And that's
Okay.
proven. Okay? A lot of the fraternities and gangs were started on us teaching ourselves. And why did we do that? To be better people. To be stronger, to make our children smarter. And we did a better job than an indoctrinated public school system that teaches you a standardized test. That's why they have charter schools now. Because they're better, they don't do standardized tests. Each child needs a specific thing, and your parents are the best person to give that to you. We should support more family-built situations. A mother and a
Community built.
Yeah, you want community built
Community
stuff with
built.
mother.
But that's
and
a whole
father.
nother issue we went back to.
But I'm saying that
with-
all of this goes together. It's not just one thing. I'm not being an extreme radical person. I'm saying
You are.
we have a problem. And if we continue to allow these people to do whatever they want and abuse these systems and us, then it's not gonna stop. Until we say no, it's not gonna stop.
Sir, when you try to say no, that's when you're going to get the
We
greatest
have to-
outcry of all time.
We've talked about that with the black family structure because a lot of people, white women think, well, feminism. We talked about that right before. I think feminism is a white issue, black issue, because they still go by the patriarchy. Don't let them fucking fool you. They're down for the patriarchy. They say the matriarchy, but they spit that shit to black women. That matriarchy shit. I honestly believe when they go in that house, they sit there, they shut the fuck up, do whatever the hell their husband say, as long as he make the money. And I hate to say it, shit. The shit sounds fucked up. But when they tell the black women, girl, I never seen a white woman tell another white woman, you could do it on your own.
I never have either.
You're not gonna see that shit.
I've never heard a black man say I could do
I'm not
it.
saying it's not possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
But-
what I'm saying is, like, even how we denigrate black men. I was telling this black girl, I was just like, why do y'all hate black men? Like, y'all sit up there and y'all niggas ain't shit. I've rarely, no, I mean, maybe that's my circle. How many dudes you go, bitches ain't shit?
I hear it every time I listen to hip hop.
That's rap. That's something different. That's entertainment.
But
insane.
that's the problem is that if we're going to, this is going to go back to what the libertarian says, if we're going to get a better family structure, we're going to have to dismantle much of
All
rap.
of this has got to
Now I love it.
Much
I
of
didn't
it.
say all of it, but we need to hold.
We
each other
can't believe in a free
accountable.
market and have rap how it is. Rap has
believe in a
to
free market, but until we let people hold themselves accountable,
turn that shit off, nigga.
nothing's gonna change. Until you say, you know what, I can't leave my husband. I have no other man to go
No.
to.
No.
Until you say-
Sometimes that nigga needs to be left.
Yeah,
Correct.
he needs to be left at times. I agree with that.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Until the dude says, hey, yo, stop treating your wife like that. We're going to make sure you don't. It's not going to change.
But that used to be the old school way of, oh, you know, you marry my sister, some shit.
Then we need to go back. There
I,
needs
I
to be
think we
more
do need to go back there.
accountability.
We do need to go back.
Accountability is lost.
But that's going to be a three generational problem.
Correct.
So it's going to take 3 generations to correct that.
And that's why my tax plan makes sense.
Where's tax plan? The one I made up?
So this is how it all comes back together. Okay. So the tax plan is how you begin to get the wealth back into the communities to then start getting more.
So if you're in they have different levels of middle class. So if you make average of $50,000 a year, you're lower middle class, or just about regular middle line middle class. If you have no taxes, so with taxes, you actually use 30% of that as actual dollars you can use. If you had no taxes, you would have $50,000 you could use, which is like $70,000 tax. It's more income in your pocket, more physical money you can spend.
And you still get Social Security.
That over the course of 300 years will do a lot more for black society. On top of that, if we don't have to pay taxes like business taxes, our sales tax, people will buy stuff through us. We become a
I have a question. It stops too. With me, it stops. If you enjoy white privilege, then you can't get it. I'm sorry to tell you.
What's white? What do you
So
do?
if
Wow,
you marry-
250,000.
if you-
No, well, what was the number? It was like 500,000, right? Or half a
No,
million.
250.
Wait, what you talking about?
250,000.
What far
That's
what?
individual.
Oh, if a black person makes over 250,000.
Yeah, nigga, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, after 250,000, yeah, you got to do some other things.
The question is, what should be their tax bracket?
Well, see, I don't think you can do that because when you say that, it's like my family received 100 acres of farmland from slavery. So do I not get anything?
Well, no.
You see what I'm saying?
The difference though is if you're making 250,000 as an individual, more than likely the rest of your family is either at or around that level. So y'all already good. Y'all are ready for phase 2.
How can you say that? There are
Sir.
selfish people left and right.
I'm sorry. Are we gonna build this around selfish people, or are we gonna build this around the community?
No, I'm saying
We going bottom up, not top down. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Bottom
Okay.
up is fine. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what you said about if you make $250,000, your family's good. In a lot of cases, that's not true.
No, I didn't say family. I said individual.
Individual,
No,
one
I
person.
agree.
Individual.
You mean
Because the
immediate
family,
or like cousins?
because you know that's the
Immediate
problem with the
family.
tax law.
No, we can't
No,
do
we
cousins.
talking about
Cousins
we
all
talking
over
about
the place.
we talking about brother, sister, mom, dad, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly, and
We're
that's
talking-
just the immediate there.
And I'm
Yeah.
more of an individual. If y'all two come together and make $1 million, nigga, fuck your stroke.
I really think
I think you should be taxed lower, but not no taxes.
I just think no taxes would do a lot for our community.
I believe it. When I made it up, I said that as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. I remember saying it to you before. That's cool.
I don't
Black
think
libertarian,
I don't think
everyday
your
black
plan
man.
would work without mandatory financial literacy.
No.
No.
That's the part where the libertarians will be coming
No,
in.
if you fail, that's on you.
That's on you at that point.
At that point, that's on
You're
you.
jumping up a
Nigga.
tax bracket. I can't. I mean,
Let's say you make
for 400 years. That's your family's fault. If over 400 years you have no taxes as your family.
So starting with the first generation of people that are going to be a part of this tech.
No, it'll be
They
at
need
least
some
4
financial
generations.
planning.
No, it'll be for at least 4 generations.
Like it would start with us and our kids, right? So our kids are, let's say they grow up. Let's say our kids get a job. Let's say this sucks. Like this economy. Let's say they make $70,000. That's about doable within the next 20 years. $70,000. That's in your pocket.
$70,000 cash
In your pocket.
Think about what you do. I mean, you don't know how much.
Imagine
taxes
that's like your check normally going from like, let's say about $1,500 a week after taxes to like $2,000-3,000 a week. Now the question is how you spend the money. Now the financial literacy would be on us. Like we would have to tell kids, do this with your money, invest in the market, a little bit here, a little bit there, save 10%. And if you do not do that,
I think
that's
it'll
on
take
you.
care of itself. And the reason
I don't think so.
that and I'm gonna tell you, listen, why? If we don't have to pay taxes, and the reason I was against ADOS is because where are we gonna spend it, right? If we don't have to pay
White
taxes,
communities.
right? We're gonna spend in white communities, and it's pointless. But if we don't have to pay taxes, they're gonna spend with us, so they don't have to pay taxes. They're gonna want to save money, and by doing that, we're gonna build partnerships that have never been built before. We're gonna bridge gaps that have never been built. Because they're gonna have to. Because you can save so much money going through us. If I don't have to, you know how much money I have to pay to start a business?
You know what?
Stripper has to pay $600 to get a license to dance.
Strippers need license?
Yeah, they need
Yes.
a license.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when
I
they
know that.
when they
license
have to pay a license to
dance.
dance, and then they have to pay the house fee, and when
they
they go
got
in
to
I
pay
mean,
there.
I know
mom
about
and
the
the
house.
DJ.
Yeah, the house
I
mom
just
and
thought
the
they go in
DJ.
there and shake
Yeah,
a little ass,
and
and that's the end
You
of
can't
it.
do that.
Nope.
That's
No,
what I'm
no.
saying.
shake a little ass, get a little dough,
That's
make
the
it up.
government regulation that we're talking about. I know I sound ridiculous when I say stuff, but we can start at the smallest point. Why do we have so much regulation on these small things? And without that,
Regulation is important. It depends on what it is. Because when people talk about regulation on the Republican side, they're never specific. A seatbelt is a motherfucking regulation.
So how would you regulate selling vagina?
but that's a tax.
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
So first and foremost, and this is the most controversial thing I'd say, men cannot directly own brothels.
No, men
So,
can't own brothels.
No, men cannot directly own brothels. So what you can do is you can start a company. Under that company, you need to get yourself basically a mama.
Why can't men? Hold on. Why can't men own brothels?
Yeah,
Because
why can't? Why not?
99% point you're going to be straight, which means that you can be corrupt. Continuing on with my point. So
What?
mamas,
Be corrupted.
Pussy.
because there's
Pussy is not.
sir.
Pussy has caused the downfall of many a man.
Not many a men. Pussy has caused the downfall of about 35% of all men.
I would link it more to
currently
like
and living.
greed and the more specific action, but whatever y'all want to say. I wouldn't give pussy that much power.
I mean, you say that right now as a man who currently doesn't have some 22-year-old who's got a bosom like you've never seen before.
Bosom.
A quarter you can bounce,
Is it bosom?
ass you can bounce a quarter off of.
I had one and I got rid of her.
I understand that. But I'm saying like now she has an incentive, fuck you, like a real incentive. Not that, hey, this is like third week of dating, like this nigga may not charge me something if I make this shit out
The
of this
problem
world.
I have with that is that's kind of like the feminist agenda when it comes to prostitution being legal.
Well, no, again,
I believe
you
they
still-
want to
you're
remove
still-
men.
Well, no,
Period.
men
And
are removed. What I said is you can't directly own it.
I
So
think
you
women
can
want
own
to
it.
remove men because they want to get rid of pimps. And pimps
Yeah.
are natural because men protect you. Because I don't
Whoa,
give a
whoa,
fuck.
whoa, whoa. I didn't
'Cause you-
say that
Because you
that
told me,
couldn't-
John's, there's some good. Oh, please tell the story about that, John.
No, I'm not telling the story.
A John or a
Okay.
pimp?
No, there's no.
Oh, it's a pimp.
trick.
Pimp.
No, there's a pimp.
There's a pimp and a trick.
All right, so basically,
John.
all right, fine.
Sure,
Quick,
that's
quick, short
one of
version
my
of the
favorite
story.
stories.
So basically, this guy went to Vegas and he was at a tech conference. Guy wants some pussy. Finds a really dumb, super hot stripper. Tells her, hey, how would you like to make some money on the side? After he finds out her rate. Tells her, I'll give you half of this. This will go straight to you. Girl is dumb. Doesn't realize that this is just working an extra hour. They do the deed. Pimp finds out about it. Pimp calls dude on his cell phone. Dude is like, I don't know who the fuck you talking about. I ain't do nothing like that. Puts the shit down. Pimp calls dude on his hotel phone. Dude starts getting scared, starts going to the airport. Guess who's waiting for him at the airport? Pimp and his goon. Guy hops into the car, pays Pimp his money, and is told that if he ever does that again, well, we'll know what happened to him. So again, there's always going to be somebody who needs to be the protector. I didn't say that you got rid of pimps.
I know.
I said you
How
specifically.
did the pimp find him at the airport?
Because the pimp is a fucking pimp, all right? If my business is vagina, damn sure I've got connections everywhere.
I'm watching your ass. I got
Damn
niggas
sure.
in a bellhop like coming.
Like I wouldn't have. There
Nigga,
would not
every
be
bellhop in every hotel.
There would not be a single person who talked to one of my girls who is not being monitored 24/7. I will.
Now,
pimp-
I will say this. I do think that some women need pimps. Not
All women need pimps.
No.
Some
It's
of them-
protection.
All of these brothel businesses.
Gator don't take no shit.
I'm gonna tell you why. I saw this girl on Twitter. She had posted her rates, and I was like, "Girl, you are lowballing the fuck out of yourself."
No,
She
no.
was
Hey,
like,
could you
But
send me
you
that
was
Twitter
like
for research?
She was like $20 for a
$20?
hand
How'd she
job.
look?
I think it was 30.
Wait for a hand job.
Yeah, and then she was like,
Who paid for that? You can do that yourself.
for pussy, 40 for anal.
Whoa! Stop! Let
I think
Plum
it
finish.
was
30?
like I can pull it up.
No.
Really
Continue. 20
Send it to
for
me,
hand
folks.
jobs.
Zero.
for a hand job. I think 30 for pussy, 40 for anal, 50 for both anal and.
Well, it's basic economics. You corner the market, then you raise your prices.
Don't nobody want.
No. But that's.
Oh,
but
hold on.
that's
And then
true.
I think for 120 you get unlimited visits for a month. That girl is lowballing the shit out of
Hey,
herself.
could you please send me that? At
But-
404.
but-
200. It's either 120 or 200. But she's lowballing herself.
no,
she
she's-
needs somebody to manage her.
Cornering the market.
No.
That shit gonna be worn out by the time-
So
Nah, it never
no,
gets
no.
worn out.
That's
So
a lie.
first and
Use
foremost,
apple cider vinegar.
depending on the age, apple cider vinegar, all those things, it doesn't necessarily
What
get
is
warm.
apple cider vinegar gonna do for
It's
it?
supposed to tighten it up with
Tighten.
liquor, but it doesn't, and it's a lie. It only
You do
tightens the
not need to
outside,
put
but the
vinegar
inside
in your
doesn't-
vagina.
You put drops in the water in your bath water. You don't put it straight in there. But listen, the point I'm trying to make is it really doesn't work. Okay, it's just an aesthetic thing.
It is an aesthetic thing.
It's not really gonna work. Your vagina gets looser. I don't care what anybody
That
says.
nigga don't
Lying
care
to
long as
you.
his dick get in there.
I care,
No,
Nigga, I ain't.
Vinegar is highly acidic.
yes, it is. That's
it's really apple cider.
Nigga, I
That-
know
you know
nothing
why
that
it's
much
tight?
about
That's
vagina.
yeast
It's
infection
lemons.
coming.
You put
I know that
lemons in the
to
tub.
I know that to be like one of those rumors or what urban legends.
Rumors.
I don't know if it's true.
yeah.
Somebody look that up.
but-
Really just build your muscles up and you can squeeze.
If you
it.
want to build
Since
your
we're-
muscles,
since
all you
we're-
have to do is do your Kegels
All right.
and use
Or Kegels,
balls,
whatever they call them.
Kegels, whatever, and build balls. No
That's
apple
true.
cider vinegar,
That's true.
none of that is going to tighten your muscles.
That's
back
true.
up.
But I feel the same way about the fucking vagina balls that women use. But we're getting back to it. So no, as a man, you're not allowed to own a strip club directly because you're corruptible. However, I didn't say that we got rid of pimp because you need someone at the head of security. That nigga's called pimp, and that nigga's only job is to make sure that no harm befalls the ladies of the night as they are working and trying to do their best work.
But isn't it less danger though if we legalize it?
Well,
That's
no.
one of the
What I'm
biggest-
saying is that we do legalize it, but you have to go through a brothel, or at least you have to be directly affiliated with even just one of those other brothels, because you need somebody watching your back. I mean, the thing about it that we don't like to say is there are a lot of creepy dudes who.
A lot of women travel in packs nowadays, right? Because they're
I mean,
like, girl, you want to go make some money?
It is legal with Instagram
Yeah,
and
it's
Snapchat
two-
at this point.
2 and 3 girls together.
Exactly, 2 and 3 girls together, but then also,
You don't want to get into an abuse situation, right?
it's not going to be you. It's going to be some slime ball.
Some
So this is
weird
where we
dude.
started it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to get into an abuse situation.
Yeah, I mean, why do they even have to have a pimp? I mean, I guess they could.
For
they could
protection?
No.
unionize-
The pimp is just the head of security.
Yeah.
We'll
There's
call-
always
on paper. We'll call
what
him
you got to
something else.
understand is men, regardless of the situation, will always try to find a way to get it for free or get out of it. Not all men, some men are
You could
cheap.
always get married and get it for free.
But it's not the same.
Right.
But,
There's
but you're
no
not really
thrill
getting
like
it for free.
pussy.
Jay-Z said ain't no pussy like new pussy. That's just how a nigga feel.
The thrill is new pussy.
Is that the same for women?
No, because women have been able to have any dick that they want for most of their lives. Up until about 32. After 32, that's when, things start, shutting
Unless
down.
you're not, like, you're still hot. So it doesn't mean we're talking about ones who are not hot anymore.
No, I'm saying,
Right.
I'm going over all women.
32.
If
averaging.
your wife put a bag
Just
over her head,
averaging.
though,
If
it
they're
could be
still
fun.
hot, because I be on Twitter, I be on this website or this
No.
app. There's some 32 women who just like,
No. There are some 32 women who are bad, but they're not as bad as that 23-year-old.
Yeah, the 23-year-olds is skinny.
I don't know,
So
man, because
tight.
there's some
everything is so tight.
But generally speaking, are they fucking with that 23-year-old? Because he sent me one today. I was like,
I don't think it's a matter of everything is just this. I think it's a matter of control with you all. That's why you want this 20 theory.
No, it's not about
I
control.
didn't say I
It's
been dating older women for years.
it's completely about the fact that a woman is not going to make the same decisions at 18 that she's going to make at 21, hopefully. And the woman isn't going to make the same decisions at 21 that she's going to make at 25. But at the same time, the level of tenacity towards sex tends to go over time with women and with men. But as a man, I want the person who's going to have the most tenacity when it comes in the bedroom. I'm not one of these quick nut niggas. I want this shit to be good the whole time.
Thank you for that visual.
Hey,
I
it
don't
is
know
what it is.
visual
That's
was
life.
in that, but okay.
I just,
I don't know why visual needed to come
Exactly.
from that, but
I
okay.
didn't-
He was just making a comment.
Exactly.
But it's about women get jaded as they get older, and men just don't want to deal with that.
yes, that
A
one.
lot of women do get jaded.
men get jaded as they get older.
No, men do get jaded, but the good men
That
tend
was
to age
21.
like good wine.
That's
I haven't
21.
seen a good man yet over 40 that's single. Haven't seen one yet.
I mean, I'll give it that to you.
I mean,
That's
you would
cool,
know better
but
than me.
we have more
Less
to
than a
provide a
mile
younger
away.
woman. We have more to provide a younger woman.
Damn.
Right? Versus
Financial security.
financial
that's about it.
security, stability.
That's what she
Just
believes.
Stability and financial security. Other than that, what do you have to offer us?
I mean,
Not
Oh,
you in
dick.
general.
the
but
fact that we have
Oh, dude.
experiences.
Experience, old dick.
No. Experience is the main thing because
What's wrong with old dick?
a young man who has the financials and
I
the
don't want it.
and the stability or security as he stated it. Damn, young niggas not gonna get it. But old niggas tend to have experiences. Like an old nigga knows, hey, we gonna go to this place versus that place because I've been in here long enough to know which places are great. I know which vacations we should take and which one we have because I've traveled around. Like I've done.
It is
this
a
whole
control thing. When you take all of that away, it's about
No,
control.
I
It's
agree.
not about control.
It's
I
a
agree
control.
somewhat you feel that way, but I've dated older women my whole life. It's not a control thing.
How old are you? What's the age gap?
6
you
or
talking-
7 years older than me. I dated a woman 15 years older than me.
I dated a
When
woman
I was
20 years
28, I
older
dated
than
a
me.
43-year-old, 44-year-old.
How was that experience?
Not bad.
This is not the place or the time. We'll talk about this on mic.
Got you. No, I don't mean. I'm not being personal. Like,
I
once you
will
do it
say she
again.
was- the reason I dated older women is because they were more okay and accepting of different things.
They wanted to try things and they wanted to experience
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
as opposed to I want to go to
Here.
Follies tonight.
Yeah, they were more domesticated.
That's a reason why I said, you date like 23 and up. Because generally speaking, people get their experimental shit out from like 18 to like 22. That's just the way that it is because that's the first time you've really been an adult and been able to just wild out or do whatever. And you've hopefully gotten your whole phase, or at least your first whole phase, out of the way.
Right.
So that, you've been able to see like you've experienced everything. Because I mean, it's like that for guys. Like, I was a different nigga in 2015. I had a whole asshole phase, went through all kinds of crazy shit. Armstead could tell you half of it. But at the same time, I needed that so that I was like, you know what? I got that out of here. I can look at settling down and looking at building something. If you haven't seen the world, I mean, you're
men
not
are
going to be able to.
assholes at everything. I don't say that to bash men. I'm not.
Whoa.
I'm not.
You don't say that to bash men.
Men are necessary.
Men are necessary.
Look how you're saying it. You're saying it with like I made you say it. Like,
Exactly.
No, men are
Can you happily
necessary.
say something good about men?
I appreciate men, but
It doesn't sound like it.
But why you say we're assholes? That'd be like if we said all women are bitches. Like that's just as bad a phrase.
Yeah, I mean, nobody said that here. Nobody's disrespecting
No.
you.
I'm not saying you
put us all
personally
down.
being an asshole.
No, but what makes you feel that way about men? Because I can tell you some stories about women,
So
but I
just
still don't
from
feel
the
that way.
men that I've had experience with, and
But
just
that's-
listen
but that's-
to my friends, men. Okay, even from our 20s
But that's
to now,
personal.
men are not. They are.
But who were you dating?
Yeah, that's your fault.
Like,
Because there's a lot of people out here. It
There's a
sounds
lot
like you
of
make
people out
bad
here.
decisions.
No,
This goes
you-
back to responsibility.
See, how you gonna bring the black
but
libertarian
no,
shit in?
but no,
It
but
goes
no,
back
that
to
is
personal
responsibility. But that is responsibility.
No.
I had the same feelings when I was.
Okay, there are a lot of great men. I will say that there are, but there are also a lot of less than desirable men.
Maybe they're less desirable because you all weren't compatible. Just because
Okay,
you all
I'll
didn't
take
work
that.
doesn't mean he's an asshole.
Yes.
It means you all weren't compatible.
No,
Correct.
you're an asshole if we go somewhere and you're snapping at the staff.
Well, maybe,
and
but
stuff
for somebody
like that.
else, he's not.
But for,
Okay,
but for
I'll
somebody
take
else,
it.
that he's right up their alley.
Okay.
And I do that sometimes. No, I don't do that, but it's funny.
Because I've read a lot about people who tend to be really hot, and they all tend to be like that. Because I'm sorry, if you used to be someone that people could literally be like, that is the dream person. I'm sorry, you're gonna grow up jaded. Yeah. I mean, we're surprised Armstead isn't a piece of shit yet. I mean, he's getting there, but we're surprised. Yeah, no, I just threw you in there.
I
just
do.
threw you short. I just rolled that bus right over.
Okay. So then let me
I'm a great person.
let me rephrase that. Maybe a lot of men aren't assholes, but they have asshole
Tendencies.
Everybody has bad
Okay,
qualities.
that is-
Everybody
I will
has
I will give
asshole-ish
you.
ways.
Everybody has asshole ways. Just like I think everybody has bitch ways.
Exactly.
Everybody has something that they either avoid or don't want to actually deal with, and those are bitch-made qualities. A man or woman is someone who does not run from the hard things in life, and I think everybody's got that one thing that they're just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna handle that. I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna like everybody. I think needs therapy. Everybody I think needs to figure out the thing that they like. Like me, I like cleaning my gun and like shooting at the range. Those are things that help relax me. Ari,
That's psychotic.
Some men are just.
Why that's psychotic?
Let's backtrack men being
I
assholes.
don't think that's psychotic,
Some men
bro.
are just
Psychotic.
extremely
Thank you, Armstead.
weird and strange.
Everything's weird. There's
But
no normality.
everything is
No,
weird and
it's
strange.
scary.
No, everything is
This
weird
guy
and strange.
almost followed me into the ladies' locker room at the
Yes,
gym.
and I
trying
know a
to get
woman,
you
and I know a
dressed.
woman who only gets gratification from being pissed on
Although,
during sex.
I
So
was-
everybody's weird.
I made this argument. He doesn't agree with it. Riker. I said women sexualize themselves. I said men sexualize women. I said women sexualize themselves.
I think it
Nothing's
works.
stopping you from wearing a burqa while working out.
There is nothing stopping me from doing
Or a
that.
nun outfit.
That's why they did. I mean, I know
what's
people
stopping
don't.
you from
I know
doing that?
people don't like this statement, but I'm okay
don't
with them
own
making
one.
women make.
I don't own one.
Well, you bought those clothes, didn't you? I mean, I hope so. Or somebody gave them to you. Or maybe it was a gentleman.
I don't have a
It
problem
doesn't
with.
matter. I'm just saying.
I know the reason behind a burqa. I don't have a problem with it,
My whole thing about
but I
it
believe it
is
should be a choice.
you protecting yourself. I'm not saying. I'm saying there's a world out here. It's nasty.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous. And
And we don't have the
you
ability to
can't
just kill niggas on sight.
Right, and you can't control other people. The only thing you can control is who?
Me.
Exactly.
But
So,
I'm supposed to alter the way I dress so that
if
You don't
know
have to.
that- you don't have to do anything.
Just assume
Just
that
know
bad things happen.
You know
could
what?
happen?
Because there's the thing that gets me is that when I see certain women that come into the gym and they have on like the smallest outfit put together, ass out and everything, and then get mad. Why this guy keep looking at me? Why am I getting
Because
stared at?
She's
Why did
saying
you wear
'cause She
that?
wants attention.
She's
No,
saying
no,
that.
she's saying that
She's
because
saying
she
that because
wants-
she wants no accountability.
She doesn't want no
Crazy, man.
accountability.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
she's saying
if
that,
you wear that, men stare at you regardless in the gym.
Exactly.
If you have any type of figure.
But
So if you go in there with everything hanging out, you ask. Now you're definitely
yes. Exactly.
inviting
You want-
that. To
Well, no.
the party.
They want the attention, but they want the attention from the right one. That's
That's
not how
true.
attention works.
If it was a bunch of men that they want, looking at them, they're not gonna say anything. But if it's some broke fat nigga, they're gonna be like, "Why these men bothering me?"
Ain't no such thing as a broke
Hey,
fat nigga.
No, you are just.
No, there's a lot of
Are you
broke
a
fat
man,
niggas.
man?
Most fat niggas got money, man. A lot of fat
'cause
niggas
they
got
eating.
money.
No, a lot of fat niggas got money and a
Yeah.
lot of fat niggas don't.
I ain't met.
It's
I ain't,
50-50.
I ain't met no broke fat nigga.
I've met
Think
plenty
about
of
it.
broke fat niggas.
You have never met a broke overweight man.
Man, I don't really fuck with fat niggas like that, though.
Exactly. That's part of the problem. You don't fuck with fat niggas.
No, I'm saying the niggas I know who are like fat, they all got money. I'm just saying the ones I know.
No, Obesity.
You
is
meet more men than I do.
No. This again is the niggas he knows.
Circle. Your circle. Like men who are like
kind
men
of
don't normally approach
okay,
me.
when you-
This is like family
What
members
is
and
your
like,
current financial status?
What does that
that
have to do
is
with
too
anything?
much.
No, I'm asking. Well, because you said you meet a lot of broke niggas.
That
No,
doesn't-
I did not say. Where did
No.
I say
Fat
that?
broke niggas. So what?
No.
is
She
the-
has met
Most
them.
of the-
I said in the gym,
And men-
fat broke niggas. If a fat broke nigga is
How
trying
do
to
you know
talk
he
to
broke?
You know.
women, will turn off a lot for a man who has more money than them. That's what I was saying about the women
Turn
who
off a lot.
Yeah.
they will overlook a lot of things. That's what I was saying about the in
Money.
terms of a fat, if them coming in dressed however they want to dress with everything hanging out. They'll be upset if it's a person that they're not interested in. Overweight, poor, something like that. That's when it becomes an issue.
Remember,
judge
women
Or not
generally,
even poor, just
women
like
are
just
survivors.
as much
They
as they
care
want.
about security first.
Correct.
I'm listening to her term.
No, it's just the truth of it. Like,
no, it's the truth
You
of
could
it.
be ugly as long as you got money. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, even if he's fat, if he has a lot
Fat.
of money,
It
those
doesn't
same
matter.
women in the gym with everything hanging out, they're not gonna have a problem.
Yeah, he pull
Once
up
they
in
find
that
out
new-
he has money, they're not gonna have a problem with him saying anything.
Correct.
Look at the WhatsApp nigga. I keep telling y'all, that nigga is ugly, overweight, but he still got a supermodel because the nigga's rich.
Because the nigga's rich.
The guy who invented WhatsApp. He cashed out when Facebook bought it, got him a new supermodel.
It's
like
a black guy.
No.
hell
He's
no,
he's
no,
like
no,
some sort of
supermodel.
Serbian or some shit.
Look at what's his name, the Amazon man. He is no.
No.
beauty.
Bezos is
Yes,
one of the
he's
most
no beauty.
romantic niggas on the face of the earth. When you saw that nigga writing them cheating emails, that nigga was writing poetry to that woman. That nigga was romancing her. That nigga was putting it all together. And people just like, Bezos is a romantic. That's the first thing that you need to say.
Bezos is an idiot.
Hey, man.
No, he's not an idiot because
Wait a minute, didn't he
Bezos,
That was the largest transaction between two people
and he's
ever
still
in
going to
United
make,
States history.
and he's
still
still
fine.
and he's still going to make it back to the billionaire
Hey,
club.
bro, like,
He's still going to.
you better have something when you ain't got
How
no
much
money.
did he lose? 600 million.
No,
Yeah,
he
because
lost like
didn't he
700.
get divorced or something like that?
Yeah.
No, he definitely got divorced. He told his wife, "Look, baby, I'm glad you've been with me, but this new girl over here in the
It
county."
was her friend, which is a segue into
Really?
Nicole Murphy and the.
Yes, that's what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
last
we
time.
don't went all off subject for this podcast.
Oh no, we not all subject. We going with the flow, baby. We going with the flow.
That is
With
the
the flow,
perfect
baby.
segue.
I always
into
say
that.
this, man. Like, if you better have some dangerous ass pickup lines, man. I had one that was, I stole it from this nigga who wrote poetry today. I was like walking by and she was like, it was this badass chick and she was in Starbucks. I say, man, I came in here. I don't even want anything, but I'm gonna order a chai latte because I just want the opportunity to speak to you. I don't even drink coffee. I drink. Hey, it worked, nigga.
It's lame, but it's
I know
effective.
nothing about
Bro,
chai
Did you
latte.
get her number?
Yeah, I got a number.
The lame
I,
shit work all
I
the
just
time,
thought
bro.
you was beautiful and I just wanted to talk to you. I'm gonna order coffee.
I think
'cause
you
I'm
know
in here.
what women like. Cute. Those things are cute.
I stole
Yeah,
that from
man.
this
That's
dude.
cute.
This
It's
dude was
lame,
writing
but it's
poetry
cute.
and I stole that shit.
It's a conversation starter.
I just want to know how your day is.
I mean,
It'd be the
we
smooth-
understand that black libertarian, but we saying open your eyes. You want us to open our eyes to some of these different economic policies. We're asking you to open your eyes to some of the other interpersonal policies.
I'm telling you this now, the corniest shit work as long as you have confidence in it, with it, and say
No,
it's
I
really
showed.
good.
I did it on purpose. I showed that I was like scared to talk to her. I was just like, man, you're so
That's what I'm saying.
beautiful.
But you acted.
Yeah, I was just
you
like, I had
wasn't
to
scared.
try.
You acted like you were
Yeah,
scared.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was smooth.
But you
with it.
showed innocence at the same
Yeah.
time, and she appreciated that.
There it
she
is.
texted me right now,
So
and I'm
let's
just like,
discuss if your mate gains an exceptional amount and
Well, no. Let's talk
An
about it from the
extraordinary
top.
amount of weight.
Plum. Talk about it, Quang.
Quang.
So I may be in the minority here because from looking on social media, every woman is like, the husband is wrong. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
I have no idea.
Okay, so there. Have you seen Waiting to Exhale?
No. Just tell him. Just
Okay,
tell- just tell-
there's this woman. She's an actress. Her name is Leela Rashan, and she's married to the director of Training Day and some other movies that Denzel has been in. His last name is Fuqua.
Mr. Fuqua.
Her husband was spotted in Italy with the ex-wife of what's that man's name?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. She's drop dead gorgeous. She's 50.
Nicole
beautiful
Murphy
woman.
is bad
They
as
were
fuck.
kissing, and at first Nicole was like, he's just a family friend. We saw each other. We ran into each other. Blah blah blah. And then a couple days later, she backtracked. She was like, "I'm sorry. I didn't know that they basically were still together." And the thing is that Leela, the wife, has gained a lot of weight.
This conversation is giving me anxiety.
Well, the wife has. Okay, the bottom line is the wife has gained a lot of weight, like
Excessive
an
amount.
excessive amount of weight. And they
If
say
you
she
see
has
the before,
lupus.
after,
I think.
yeah. I mean, lupus is part of it, but
That's Nicole
Okay,
Murphy. Look
so
at your phone.
anyways, would you
This
say
Nicole
with a
Murphy
mate
right now.
who gained an excessive
black
amount of weight?
libertarian. This her right now.
Did I marry her?
Yes, you're married to her.
That's what I agreed to do.
And okay, so I'll say my opinion about that.
No, that's Nicole Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting the pictures for the.
The
So
girl who gained weight.
I'm trying to find a before picture
bad
of her.
50-year-old.
He's trying to find the before.
Look in the groups. Look in the group. I'm about to post something
So
about
my
her. I'm gonna
personal
post how she looks
opinion
now.
is, I understand that our bodies change as no,
Nicole
she makes up,
Murphy?
She looks a little, but she has a really beautiful body.
Who? Nicole? Look,
Her
keep
body.
looking in the picture.
She has a wonderful body.
Nicole
I'm
Murphy's.
not interested.
Look at
Okay,
Nicole
but anyways,
Murphy.
but you have to see the wife, and I guess that's where the whole issue comes in. And so a lot of women are like, "How could he do that?
Nicole
Why would
Murphy
he do
bad.
that to his
Fuck
wife?"
you
Which I agree. You shouldn't.
Look.
Oh, he left her because she got too fat?
Look
He
at
didn't
her.
leave her. He's still with her.
I don't like her face, bro.
Okay, her face aside, you have
Oh,
to.
that's her now?
No.
That's the
still
wife.
Nicole. Yeah, that's the wife.
That's the wife. I'm trying to look for her before.
He made an agreement, though. And y'all got the kind of money where you could fix it.
Whoa.
So it's like, for me, I mean,
Well, okay, so for
Wait,
me,
is that a before and after?
No, that's the wife.
No. That's the current. That's the current wife. That's the one
This
he
is the
cheated
current
with.
wife.
That's his wife. That's Leela, and then that's
What's her last name?
No, Rashad.
Ooh-wee.
Whatever his name is. Fuqua.
Fuqua?
Roshan.
Roshan.
I mean, I guess, man, but I mean, he made an agreement. I mean, that's a business contract. He opted out on it. That's
Yeah, but she opted out on hers by doing that because
that's the conversation they had.
you don't know if it was either though.
I know they got married.
Yeah, but you don't know what the terms of their marriage was. When you
Got divorced.
Well, he has 2 children outside of their marriage, so trust was already shot to hell. So
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, would I leave my wife if she got too fat?
This is her when she started out.
And this is
This is what she looked like before. This is her when they got together.
She was in waiting to it as hell.
sumo wrestler.
But okay, so if
Look at her in
I
that
was
picture.
married and my husband gains an extreme
waiting to
amount of
exhale.
weight like that, and he didn't want to lose it, I'm gonna leave.
That sounds very vain and shallow.
It is very vain and
nothing wrong
shallow,
being vain
but
and
I have
shallow.
to be physically attracted to you in some
Okay,
way.
What if you get? What if you? What
No,
if
no. Look at this bitch beforehand.
Why
I got a
does she have
picture.
to be
Look
a
at
bitch?
this lady.
sorry.
That is a man's
I
wife.
always say bitch because it's a synonym for woman.
No, it's not. We've already been over this several times.
Oh my god!
I am not recommending this to anybody that I know.
So this is her before.
Yes, that's her.
And then
that's
the
her
other one is
before.
the fat one
The
is
one
her
I just
too.
showed you is
The
her now.
fat one, yes, the fat
Oh
one is her
my
too.
God.
That is what lupus and not taking care of yourself.
Now, I know
after
people
2
who
kids
got
will do.
lupus. They ain't fat.
Yeah, I know some people with lupus too that ain't fat.
What then you do have to take in consideration the steroids?
Nah, I know them. They have lupus their whole life. They
No.
still bad.
They're lupus, but they on broke people
Sound
medicine.
like they got married.
You remember what's the name's mom?
Oh yeah.
Remember her body? She was like 50 something.
I don't really remember.
Oh, her mom had a bad body and she was 50
So, if your spouse gains an excessive amount of weight, does that give you an excuse to cheat? Is that the
doesn't
question?
give you an excuse. It gives
No,
you a
we're not
reason.
saying that's an excuse, but I'm saying I
Does
understand.
that justify cheating?
But I'm saying I understand.
What did Tupac say?
All eyes
Ain't no
on me.
fun if the
Nah.
ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
No.
These are both things
I
that
ain't-
Tupac said.
about changes. He said it changes.
Changes.
I'm just saying that I understand. I'm trying to remember the line.
Oh, I'm just saying that. Oh, that's not changes. That was
You would know better
I
than
do
me.
think just because you love someone doesn't
Bill
mean you're
Maher.
going to be physically attracted to them. And I don't want someone who's going to gain a lot of weight because I'm not.
we gain
attracted
weight
to
as we
fat.
get older.
You gain weight as you get older, but becoming obese.
But
Would
yeah,
you
that's
leave them if they went broke.
Yes. People
Yes,
leave
she's
you
a
because
woman.
broke.
You're not really. A
Women
loyal
don't
person.
believe in love. They
I'm
believe
not
in
what?
You
security.
have no loyalty.
I do have loyalty.
No,
You
no,
only
no.
have loyalty if you get what you want. That's what it sounds
Loyalty,
like.
loyalty.
No. The thing about
You
it
have
is,
to be loyal to
people
yourself
say for
first.
better, for worse, for richer, for
Yeah,
poor,
you're
but they don't
right.
mean
You
that
don't believe
poor
in
part.
marriage.
That poor
You don't
part.
believe in marriage.
The poor part I can hang with, but that obesity.
You don't believe in marriage then.
How?
Because the words are for better
No.
or worse.
She doesn't believe in old school marriage. She believes in current marriage. Current marriage is we are together till we're not.
That's sickening. I don't really.
How is that sickening? I don't want a fat person.
Then I don't know what to tell you.
She said,
You're
"Look."
not gonna be beautiful your whole life. Women's
I
beauty
get
You
goes-
said fat.
Your beauty fades, but you can
Fat.
still
Immediately
you can
decline.
take care. Okay, you can take care of
No,
yourself.
you
Fat.
really can't.
Yes, you
Women's
can.
beauty declines as they get
How
older.
can you not
at
take
an
care of-
exponential
She
rate.
said fat.
She said fat.
Not
It's not
beauty,
This is
we
not a
talking
look.
fat.
Fat.
This is
Doesn't
just.
matter.
This
No,
bitch
it
is like a
does.
hippo.
God damn.
Fuck you mean?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Of course,
Like
and
that.
of course
that's
you
what I'm saying.
change
We
as
don't
you.
have the same belief on marriage.
Of
so I
course
don't know
you
what the
change as you
conversation
age. Our bodies all change as we
feel
age.
what you're
But
saying.
to get extremely overweight and it appears
I'm
you're
not saying
doing
he's right,
anything
but the
to
bitch
change
is
it.
fat. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's right, but the chick is fat.
I don't
I'm
think
saying
he
what-
should have
what-
had an affair on her with a
Whoa,
family
whoa,
friend
whoa,
at that.
whoa.
Allegedly.
I think he should have divorced her and then gone right ahead and had whatever affair
Yeah, I
he
mean,
wants.
But then he already
I mean,
has
it's
had
cheaper
2
to keep her.
children since they've been married. So I mean, their marriage is
It's not
already
cheaper to
shaky.
keep her. She could
Shaky. I mean, if
Shaky.
it works for them, it's not shaky.
Yeah.
I'm judging off of what you said you would do. It just sounds like you really don't believe in marriage.
You're talking to the side.
I If I can't have sex with you,
You can just move your mic.
like what the fuck?
You know what I mean? Your vagina could dry up. Menopause.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you can buy stuff to
buy stuff for
wet
that.
it back up.
We
You
even
can't
got
buy
lube.
nothing
You can buy
to make.
dildos and strap on and smash them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You either in this for real or you not.
Nobody believes in that shit no more.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not
Like I said, I just I have high.
that's not a concept for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, you got high
Because
hopes. You got high
what
hopes.
changed is life can change.
High
Back
to
in the
pie. Apple
1950s,
sky.
1950s, that shit for women, it wasn't gonna be like that. Even to this day, they still got their challenges. I honestly don't believe a woman could be gallivanting around into her 40s and lose her looks and act like that. She could do it as long as she's bad. And black women, Cole Murphy is 50 years old. If you look like that at 50 years old, is she 50?
She's 50.
51.
51?
That's what I'm saying.
Look
I don't
at
think
her
they have
at
a solid
51.
foundation for their marriage anyways.
What does that have to do with the foundation?
I
is
just
a
think that
beautiful
their
woman.
marriage doesn't seem to have a solid foundation. And
woman doesn't mean she could do anything.
if he wasn't going to cheat with her, he was
Whoa,
going to
yes,
cheat
it
with
does.
somebody.
The same way a rich man can do anything he wants, nigga. There are some games that you gotta play, and part of the game, if you're a woman, is keeping your body tight.
Women are
Part of the game-
survivors.
It's not even about being survivors.
They are.
I'm not disagreeing
Okay.
with you. What I'm saying is, it's not even about survivors. We each have a role. As a man, you will be able to have women and things that you want as long as your pockets don't dry up. As a woman, as long as your body is tight,
That's
you'll be able to
life.
get things done. It's just, life is
It rhymes.
sexist, and it is that way. I'm sorry, nigga. I didn't make the game, or as...
Hold on, you can say nigga, but I can't say bitch.
Yes, I can say nigga. We
This
all say
bitch
nigga.
It is bitch nigga.
I hate
Man,
both.
look,
I
use your
shit.
genetics to your advantage. That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's saying. That's why this nigga stay in the gym. This nigga say I ain't
This
never
nigga
getting out.
This nigga told me,
So
this
what
nigga
is your-
honestly believe he gonna sit up there with a fat woman at 50 years old, and you took care of yourself, and you go get you a young thought who gonna ride that car. Okay, I believe it when I see
I
it.
believe when I see it, nigga.
So even with trying to motivate your spouse, let's just say hypothetically, you're trying to motivate your spouse to lose weight, and they just won't do it.
Hold on, so
I don't know if that's what's going on.
let me ask a
do you,
question.
do you believe in divorce?
So you
Black
agree with
libertarian?
his decisions,
No, I don't agree with him.
but you
cheating.
understand?
No. Black libertarian, I need you to
I
say
can
that. Do
understand
you
not
believe
being
in
attracted
divorce?
to her.
I haven't got married yet because I will not get divorced.
Okay, sorry. Back to what you were saying.
I'm actually on the same train with him.
Yeah.
You don't want to get divorced?
I'm not gonna get a divorce.
I'm gonna have two guns above my bed to say "till death do us part" and break in case of divorce, and I'm not playing. Somebody got to go.
Are you okay with her taking you out? Are you okay with her taking you
Whoever
out?
goes first.
Whoever goes first. See, nigga, you about to get that, was it
I
fried
don't
green
believe in
tomatoes?
it. We're not gonna make. I just hold
Pot with grits?
I hold marriage at a high regard. That's all.
Arsenic for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Arson.
I mean, if she wants to kill me, that's fine. I'll die. If I don't protect myself, that's on me. But I mean, at the end of the day, I just don't believe in getting.
The bottom line is, when you take away all your morals and everything, if you just set that aside, you're still human, and you're gonna be.
Well, it's not
you
about
have to be
morals.
If that's the
attracted-
case, I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
No.
I'm just
I'm
gonna walk
talking
over there,
about.
bash your head into the
No.
grass, take what I want.
Now you're being
take the money
extreme.
out your pocket.
Well, no, I mean,
No, I'm
he's
talking
being
about-
anarchist. That's what
I'm
they
talking
want.
about the
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be anarchists.
The
That's what I wanna do.
if you
That's
have
what
a
you wanna
hold
do.
on, let me
I'm
say
gonna
this:
chaos.
you have a certain body type that you like, and your wife is that body type, and then she gains an exponential
marrying
amount of
for
weight.
body type.
I'm not saying go cheat on her. Are you still going to be sexually attracted to her?
We will have this conversation off. Because there are other factors that you don't understand about me.
No.
There are other factors she doesn't
That's
understand
the
about
question
why
I'm
I am
asking.
who I
Are
am.
you going to be
Black
sexually?
libertarian-
Are you still
Black
sexually attracted to
libertarian,
her?
that's a good place to end it. Man has a baby mama, right?
Right.
He marries a woman. Different woman than his baby mama.
Oh yeah.
Baby mama is going through hard times. She ends up losing her job. She tries to struggle it out. She's trying to get a job.
Don't work.
What?
It don't work.
It don't work.
She don't make it.
She ain't making it. You ask your wife, hey, can I move my baby mama and
She
my
getting
kid in? She getting evicted. She ain't got nothing else no more. She hiding the car at her cousin's place because they trying to take that next. Wife's like, the kid can come, but she can't. You pay for this house. You move her and the child in. Now your wife don't want to talk to you no more. Are you wrong?
Nope.
Yes.
Hold on. Plum says yes. Reed says hell no.
Riker said hell no.
I don't have enough information.
The black libertarian.
I say you're
How
wrong
you don't have enough
because-
information?
I don't know of their relationship.
They get along.
How they get along.
Up until this point, they've gotten
The
along.
son's mother and the father get along.
Yeah.
No, the son's mother and the father get along, and up until this point,
Everybody gets
the
along.
son's
Yeah, everybody gets along.
everybody's
She's
gotten
just
along up to
struggling,
this
and
point.
she got evicted, and she needs somewhere to stay.
I don't think it's wrong
And you're
to.
married?
You married.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I don't think it's wrong to
think?
do, but I think that's wrong to do without having a conversation with your
She
spouse.
said no.
Let your
No,
child's
she
mother
said no.
die.
You
She
did have a
said no.
conversation.
Yeah, she
What?
said no.
Let your child's mother die.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll ignore him.
Unuseful and
We'll
unable
ignore
to
him.
survive.
You're next.
This nigga's going with the gym.
Armstead.
This is why people don't take black libertarians correct. These
I
white
was
people.
just joking.
He really means it, though,
in that
America.
situation right there, if I came to her and I talked to her about it and she says no, she doesn't want it, she doesn't feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? I got to think about it the same shoe on the other foot if the situation were reversed.
Baby
You know?
daddy?
Yeah.
That's a man, though.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
man,
saying?
though.
That's a man, though.
That's a man, though. No, this is American society.
Move him with. That's what I don't
Temporarily, it's not going to be
Yeah,
that
like
long.
why can't I get her a hotel?
Yeah.
I mean, you could get a hotel.
You could get a
That's
hotel. Can you
expensive, too.
afford it?
Shit,
Well, I just get
I'm probably
I gotta
can.
get one of those living apartments. Those efficiency. I get an efficiency.
If you can afford it, that was the option. Let's say you
You
couldn't
can buy
afford
her
it.
a tiny home for about $3,000.
Yeah, but you got to be able to have a place that you can move it in. You
gonna
can't do
let
that
Nigga,
Lithonia,
you ain't
Stone
put-
Mountain.
you ain't putting my motherfucking kid in no tiny home.
You gotta have land to put it.
No,
in.
I'm gonna have a kid. I'm gonna have a kid.
Doghouse
She'll have her own place.
Yo, you're foul.
You're foul. You're absolutely foul.
You talking about a doghouse out back?
No, I mean a tiny
Yep.
home. You know, like those tiny homes we
You
watch
A
on
playhouse.
YouTube?
You can't just erect a
She got
tiny
it in a
home wherever
playhouse.
you want.
I'm talking about a tiny home.
Playhouse.
I know what she's talking about.
erect
She's
a
talking about
tiny
the
house
little
Playhouse.
wherever you want.
You stupid, man.
It's a playhouse for
look,
adults. It's a playhouse for adults.
Look. Regardless of whether you agree
Hey,
or
it got
disagree
electricity,
with,
it got water.
Exactly. Tiny homes are cool provided that you're white. Or you're a black person who's retiring.
Y'all married.
Those are great. Those are great for retiring black folks. My mom's gonna have one of those very soon, and we are going to be so happy to have her in her tiny home. And when we don't want to see her, be like, "Hey, you got your tiny home, right?"
I think you wrong though. You wrong.
Women don't give a fuck.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm
Okay.
saying the man is wrong.
He probably is, but he's right because like
He's right because that's his child.
if you have a child with a woman, unfortunately, there's a lifelong commitment, and that is what it is. If it's a kid, now if he's like 17, 18, like
I think
no.
you got a lifelong commitment to the kid, not the
Well, if
man.
he's 17,
got
18,
lifelong commitment to
and
both.
he's still living with his mama, and he's not in
Yeah.
high school, then it's kind of
Unfortunately,
I agree.
A
I agree
tiny
with the
home
black
would solve
libertarian.
all of it.
I agree with him. I do feel
it's both. You don't have any
But
kids.
at the same time, I know that. I know.
Yeah,
I
it's both.
understand
Kid,
that.
and I'm telling you, don't have a
but at the
lifelong-
but you hate your child's mother.
Yeah.
With
But,
the black- you wouldn't move her to
but listen,
save
but
her
listen,
life.
though. But the only reason I said
It's
that is
both.
because at least I didn't like just do it. You know what I'm saying? We actually had a conversation. She talked and she said
If my wife
and she-
says no, I'm gonna do it anyway.
You know what I'm saying? She feels uncomfortable. You know, and why would, I don't want to make my wife
gonna get
uncomfortable.
stabbed in your
You know what I
sleep.
mean?
I'm not gonna let the.
And the thing about it,
And my child, your child will look at you like, nigga, you let my mama
So
be
just
homeless.
take the child in and let the
Yes.
mother do her.
So you're gonna split up a family.
Bitch, you
You
go-
are you at the border? You need to go down and work at the
You
border.
already split up. You already split up.
No,
No.
she's gonna like if it's especially if it's a girl. You don't let that bitch.
No,
is not your
I
family.
feel you. I feel
Yeah,
what
bro,
you're
you
saying.
can't do that.
Yes,
I feel what
you
you're
can.
saying.
You can do that because you hate the bitch down to her soul.
Yes.
What I'm saying is you have to take a non-emotional approach.
It's not emotional. I don't
Give her 3 months, 2 months. Hell,
No,
I'd give the bitch a
absolutely
month.
not. Absolutely
Give the
If
motherfucker
we're
a
not
month.
together.
No.
You've decided that you
I'm not gonna let
are
my
better
child's
off
mom be
without me.
homeless.
I'm not gonna let
I
my
feel
child.
you.
Maybe
that
your
too.
actions led to that decision for her.
I don't care
That
what
life
that
happens.
decision.
Life
you
happens.
think you're better off without me? Survive. The child, I'll take care
Again,
of. You
he wants to do
are
Game of
not
Thrones.
a benefactor to this. I don't care. You are
Now,
not-
if
So
the child's
would
over
you,
18,
would you put a tiny home for them in your backyard?
what's up with you?
I keep telling you, Plum. That's where I
Is it
got.
made of Legos?
my child's mother, I wouldn't put a box outside for her. I would not let
See,
her.
that's
on
the
my
emotional
lawn.
side. I'm being logical.
No, this
Yes.
is logical.
No, that's not
This is
logical. That is emotion. That is emotion
No
right
emotion.
there.
That is
That's
emotion.
Hey, look.
That is petty.
Glee is an emotion.
That's definitely emotion, bro.
It's not petty. I
But
wouldn't let her live with
Plum,
me.
most places won't let
Why?
you just erect a tiny home. That's the point that I need you to
I
drive
can't-
home.
Erect.
You can't just put a tiny home out back. Your neighbors will snitch on you, and
I had
DeKalb
to do
County
it
will
like
have you forcibly take that
Listen,
shit down.
You're
You live in a. That's what the libertarians want to get rid of. The fact that the government can tell you what you can and can't have up.
Okay, now you feel
See,
me.
now you
Listen,
see. Now you see.
You are endowed to your wife. Legally, the first decisions you make, that's a partnership. If your wife says no, you can either coerce her, but you just like
You remember this thing
baby
called
mama.
That's
United
a
States.
blatant lack
the
of
man
that's
makes
a
the
blatant
decisions,
lack
the
of
woman
disres-
deal with 'em.
But that's a lack of disrespect for
The
the
man
wife.
makes the decision, the woman deals with him.
I'm
He
not
said it
going
was
that
his
far.
house.
I'm not going.
I mean,
I'm not going that
unfortunately,
far.
I don't give a fuck
What I'm
what you
saying,
say.
though,
It's
is that-
his house, but the woman makes
It's
it
not
run
his house if y'all are
efficiently.
married. It's y'all house because y'all thought.
I understand that.
No
but if
way
you got
in
a good enough
hell.
lawyer, it's not our house.
No way in hell I'm let my child's mom live on the streets. It's just not
That's
gonna
just not
happen.
gonna
Live
happen.
in the
I don't give a
street.
fuck
They
what
have
you say.
places, They have homeless
I'm not-
shelters for
Have you ever
women.
been to one of these
She has
homeless shelters?
families.
They shit.
I wouldn't say put her in a damn shelter.
First off, why did it get this far and I didn't know?
Wait, does it really
This is
matter
these
your
are questions,
your
like-
friendship?
Pride.
Pride.
Come about-
Pride is a motherfucker. Pride coming
Okay.
before the fall.
Pride your
Yes,
ass into
pride
that
comes
hole?
Listen,
before
does it really matter how your relationship is with her? Like because
It
his of
shouldn't
course,
matter. Of course, that's why he's doing that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like,
Y'all
you know,
cool.
your relationship is a little different. So of course you'll be like,
Yeah,
but like,
your
if you
relationship
felt the same way as her, if you felt
like me.
if you felt like that, would you still do it?
Yeah.
You know
No,
what?
you
Yes, he would.
not.
Yes, he would.
You bald-faced lying
I don't think you
son of
would.
a bitch.
The reason I say why is because of you're worried about the perception of your child to you.
person.
She know
Child
you
to
has
you.
a. She know you has a.
That's your legacy.
And there's nothing like, and I'm talking about short term, like 30 to 60 days. You got to go.
Absolutely not.
How old is a child? If the child is
Exactly.
5, it
10.
doesn't. If okay,
Let's say child's 10.
okay, that's at that age where they come into understanding a little.
Correct.
Even the child is 5, they're gonna have memories where they remember.
Right,
the
why
fact-
was-
Child feels like I do.
Why was we living in the
No.
streets when Daddy had a house?
Exactly. Why do we live
No,
there?
so take
No,
the
why
child
did
and let
you
the
live
mom
in the
go.
streets when you made bad decisions?
She
Mama,
didn't
you
make.
suck.
She didn't make bad decisions. According to the thing that I just read you, she lost her job, looked for another job diligently, and could
didn't
not find
find
one
one.
in time.
It happens.
2008,
In this
nigga,
economy.
there were plenty of people who
Is
could not
this
get
is
a
a
job.
true story?
Yeah.
This is a true story.
So what happened in the end? Like
He moved her
realistically.
ass
No, he
in.
moved her in, and his wife didn't talk to him the whole time she was there. And
So
you know
are
what?
he and his
Then
wife?
he went downstairs and hit the baby mama because, it was convenient.
I'm gonna mess up the pussy for the rest of my life, so this bitch can be
No,
here for 30
she,
days.
what,
That shit.
she needs to be
No,
mature.
what you're doing is making sure that your child has a relationship with you because kids will remember that shit. I have a
Correct.
to give you kind
Because
of
your biggest investment is your child.
to
My
give you
child
the
biggest
don't
and
remember
best.
that.
To
My
give-
child remembers I don't show mercy to those who come after me.
I know. But you're thinking, again, you're thinking with hatred. So let me give you a digestible soundbite. So I have a friend, and we talked about this on the abortion podcast, which Facebook didn't like. She basically
Joe Budden.
looked at an abortion clinic several times over the course of her pregnancy because her and her husband were happy with how things were. She just couldn't go through with it. She already at that point had 2 other kids.
What?
That child remembered that. He never called her mom until he got to about the age of 8.
Who remembered what?
He knew. Now this is, I don't know if you believe in religion or not.
The fetus?
But the child who grew up, he would never call her mom. He never learned to call her mom. When she would say mommy, he wouldn't do that. But he said daddy. He, in his spiritual form, knew that she had thought about aborting him not once, not twice, but 3 different times. She went to the abortion clinic but couldn't go through with it. So he called her Sharon to her face for years until about 8. That's when he forgave it, or maybe he forgot about it.
So
But
he said, "Mommy, I remember when." You
no,
went
he didn't
to-
say mommy. He
Okay.
said Sharon.
Sharon, I remember when you went to the clinic.
No, he wouldn't say I remember when he was at the clinic. But whenever she would say mommy, you mean Sharon. Like, you know that kind of anger at somebody where you're not fucking around with them? He would say, no, Sharon.
I think maybe
Sharon, can I have a juice box? Sharon, can I have this?
See, I
Sharon,
guess the thing is that you're thinking that you're gonna move your child's mother in here, and it's gonna be a diplomatic situation.
No,
no, it's not gonna be
You already
diplomatic.
knew it was gonna be fucked
There's
up.
Why
There's
bring
emotions.
chaos in your life?
no,
Because sometimes
because
chaos
this is your
happens.
child. Your child.
What does the child have to do with
I
your
get-
mother? That's what I'm trying
Because
to
at the
Because
end
she
of the-
had the
At the
child.
end of the day, sir, when you have a child,
You shot that
becomes-
club up, nigga. We gotta deal with it.
What does that
I'm
have
sorry.
to do with helping this?
I
this
understand.
woman?
I understand that you like to think of things biblically, that your wife is first, but I'm sorry, your children supersede that because you will go to any lengths for your children, no matter what you gotta do.
Okay, that's fine.
So if you gotta make your wife unhappy to make sure that your child is safe and not in some fucked up situation, you're gonna do that,
Okay,
and you're
let
gonna
me
tell her
ask
to
you a
deal with
question.
it.
What if your wife leaves you and takes half of everything you have?
I'll
Then
build
what
that
do you
shit
do?
back.
What if you can't?
I always can build
And
that
what
shit
if your
back.
son's mama won't let you live there? What if she doesn't return the favor?
It doesn't
I
work like
give
that
a
for
shit.
men.
So here's
It
the
was a
thing.
bad decision.
I don't care.
This was a bad choice.
It doesn't work
this
like
was
that
not-
for men.
Doesn't work like that for men.
Men, it
So
is
here's
what it
the
is.
thing: the assumption is that you'll be with your wife for the rest of your life. You can have that conversation with your child later at an older age.
No,
but I told-
No, you're not. 'Cause
I will never.
You don't want to live
I
the
would
rest
never
of your
forgive my
relationship
dad
with
No,
for
your
no,
letting
I
me
wife.
would
live in
never.
a
I would
homeless
never
shelter.
forgive my
Why would
dad.
the child
He
live
wouldn't
in a
leave
homeless
with you in the homeless shelter though.
The
He's like,
mama does.
yeah, the mama
The
does.
child lives with you.
I would never forgive
And
you
what-
for letting my
and-
mom live in a homeless shelter.
Exactly.
When you got a whole house with
I
an
would
extra
jack my
room.
dad up. Ha ha.
The mom doesn't. The mom. Nobody has to tell the kid the mom is in a shelter.
Kids are gonna find
Now he gonna
out.
go see his mama.
She can come see him. She can
Kids
pick
will
him up.
find out.
She had to go out of town.
Kids will. They not
Well,
gonna believe that
I was going on a trip for a
shit.
while.
You're assuming that children are fucking stupid, and they're not. They're a lot smarter than you give them credit for. So no, I'm sorry. If the wife's got to eat a dick on this one, I'm sorry.
She ain't got
She
like
gonna be eating a dick all right, and it ain't gonna be yours because she's gonna be full of resentment.
But we're gonna put you into another hypothetical situation because this one you're definitely going to make a fucked up decision on.
We'll let him go first. The black libertarian goes
Yeah,
first.
the black
Please go,
libertarian's gonna
please go.
first. So you've been married for 15 years and you have 2 young children together with a woman. You've always had a slightly higher income than her, and you paid most of the bills and you handle most of the finances because she got bad credit. Over the years, she's contributed less and less to the household.
Credit doesn't matter till you buy a house or a car.
Correct.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. I've heard this, and you're turning this around. It was the man, but go ahead.
Okay.
Exactly. Your savings only comes from your income because the reason they changed it to being a woman is because normally this is the other way around. So that's why I'm turning it back.
Unless you're black.
Well, you're right. So your savings mostly comes from you, black libertarian, and you do most of the bills, you pay for the groceries, and you pay for the stuff for the kids. So the ballerinas, sports practices, all that's you. Recently, she inherited $56,000 from a family member who passed, and she kept it a secret from you for 4 months. You did some digging, and then you found out because she purchased a brand new motorcycle. Motorcycles are one of her hobbies. She took a personal vacation away from work. She lied about being at work training for this. She got herself a new cell phone, bought herself 4 pairs of Lady Jordans. Louboutins.
Yes.
She did not give you any of the money. She did not buy you anything. She did not take you out, nor did she increase her contribution to the bill/finances. After you confront her, she refuses to pay or make any more payments towards the bills, credit cards, or loans that the family has contributed up to this point. She decided that she was going to put her money in a separate account. What would you do?
I'd divorce her. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that is. I
Are we
think
about
we
to
need
go
black
around
libertarian.
and ask everyone's opinion?
Yeah, we're gonna go clockwise.
Correct. I see wheels turning in this man's head.
I don't know what I do.
That generally means he'll kill her.
Yeah, I heard murder when he said that. We're gonna react to everyone's answer, and you're just gonna go with it. We're gonna keep going around and come back to you.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going right.
Yeah,
Armstead, go ahead.
I don't know what I do.
Shit, man.
That means he might kill the kids too.
My thing is that when a situation like that, she's hiding it from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you? If she hiding something like that from me, then she can hide anything from me.
Or they're women; they always hiding something.
Yeah, so you can't be trusted. So
I don't agree with that, but yeah, she is in this instance. This woman.
Remember that
I
way?
psychologically destroyed her.
15
You
years.
coming back to
Are you
you?
going to lock her in the basement?
No, you don't have to do it that way.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
15
5.
years too.
Okay.
15 years.
So what you gonna do? You with it?
Psychologically destroyed her.
I
Make her hate herself.
ooh
Still thinking?
man.
This sounds like murder too.
I wouldn't. I
Murder
would
on
definitely.
my mind. Whoa.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
I mean, because everything that she did was a lie. Like, and not informing me on anything. You know what I'm saying? She lied and said she did this.
There's almost a movie about this.
She didn't lie.
She did lie. She said that
did
she was.
lie.
She said she was at work training and doing stuff like this,
Okay,
but she
yes,
took
so
vacation
she
off.
did
She was
lie.
gone. Yeah, I would.
But omission.
And what is she
a
doing on that
lie.
vacation?
Yeah.
Omission of the truth is a
So
lie.
what I do is I'd leave that person would have to go because you are for 15 years you haven't contributed to the finances and I'm taking care of everything. And then
Yeah,
when
you're
there's
a
a
powerful
chance,
woman.
when there's a chance to relieve me of some of, I'm not
Some
gonna
would say
burden,
paying his fair share.
Sacrifice.
I'm gonna leave. I'm going to leave.
All right.
What are you gonna do, Reed?
All right. So I define love as trust and sacrifice. You've broken both. All right. The trust because you're lying. The sacrifice that I've made for you for at least 15 years, you're not even willing to do so. So there's nothing left in this relationship.
What the fuck is she training for? She ain't getting no money from it. Like
She
if she's
lied.
not getting an increase in
lied.
salary.
I mean, you don't really think about that. Once you get married, there's a level of trust until someone breaks it because you married them that you're just like, okay, they're doing this.
No, I wouldn't leave, dude. I'd be right there.
That's what a nigga who kills his wife says.
To death do us part.
You're gonna stay with that?
This nigga said. This
No,
nigga
he's gonna break the glass above the bed.
He's gonna break the glass on the bed
So-
and shoot her.
Going to psychological-
And then what do you have to gain with a reek like Game of Thrones
all right, so
walking
let
around?
me finish
It's
real
back.
quick.
It's back to you.
Let me
Go to
finish
you.
real quick.
It's you.
So for me, I'm obviously
Riker.
divorcing her because you can't be with somebody who's disloyal. I'll replace her with a
These
26-year-old.
hoes ain't loyal.
But then if you divorce,
A
she's gonna take
20-year-old
half your
with some big
shit.
breasts.
No,
No,
she
no, no,
can't.
no, no.
You're
She's
gonna
not
replace
gonna
her
take
with-
half your
She
stuff
can't.
because if you're smart, you get a good prenup.
It's not even
But
that.
you have to get a prenup beforehand. Most
If-
females won't even
if-
mess with you if you
like,
you
we
Those
go-
motherfuckers are dumb, and then it comes back to responsibility. You didn't get a good prenup. That's on you, nigga.
It goes back to that situation with the woman who won the lottery. Like, if the judge sees these things, like generally speaking, you're already good. Just make sure you got.
Oh
it.
yeah. Because you did get 56,000, and let's say I make 200 something thousand. The judge is gonna definitely take that into consideration.
It's going to be taken into consideration. Because
you
she
mean?
just
Wait.
got 56,000 scot
That's
free.
just selfish to do to your mate. That's extremely selfish.
See, what they were trying to do is prepare me for the worst situation, and I'm going to do the same to them.
Now, see, at that point, you can just leave her instead of turning her into.
No. My name is Buck, and I came to fuck. And you about to turn it up.
But after you fucked, what have you gotten out of it? Like, what?
I'm going to psychologically torture.
What
her.
is that doing for you?
Enjoyment. I'll teach my kids how to do it too. We'll do it together.
Because she probably fucked them over too.
Yeah, she fucking the kids over
I mean,
too.
she fucked the kids over.
I'm gonna take both my sons, and we're gonna torture her. And I'm
Why
gonna
are
teach
they
them.
boys?
I mean,
That's all I have.
that's all he has apparently.
So you're going to
Wait, you have 2 kids
teach
now?
your
No, I
sons.
could just only have one.
You're going to teach your sons to be psychotic.
No. What's psychotic about righting a wrong?
That
Right? It's a
you
balance
can right
thing.
a wrong. You're writing it in an extreme way.
He's doing that good night mommy type shit to them.
No, I'm not teaching my sons to do anything wrong. I'm teaching my sons to pay people their come up. See, I'm not really religious, so I don't.
Then how can you believe in marriage in a traditional sense?
Because
You're not really
you don't have to be
religious to
believe
do
in marriage in a traditional sense to be someone who believes in old school marriage.
Yeah, I don't. It's not a
He
religious
believes in marriage as a actual union, not as just 2 people combining property
thing.
for tax
If
benefits.
she does that, I don't want to get divorced. I'm not playing. I'm not getting divorced.
You don't think there are some cases that'll call for a divorce? What you're saying, you don't want to get a divorce, but some things I think are.
If I get
Well,
inside
yes,
of
but
your
that's
head,
you.
I will
That's
eat
you.
Your soul and your hope and everything else alive. I've done it.
What he's
before,
trying to
and
do
I
is
will
he's
do it
trying to
again.
become Mr. from The Color Purple, and I think it's going to go the same way it went for him.
Oh, that's the goal. Okay, got you.
No, sir.
Revenge is his mind, said the Lord.
The greatest
Revenge is his mind, said the
revenge.
Lord.
Trying to, she has bad credit.
The greatest.
We've got to live here.
Sir,
That is real.
the greatest revenge on someone is a life well lived. To
Ooh.
see you,
No.
after you finish with her, go on and lead a better life with more shit.
And a young 20
I know plenty of guys right now
And she
who were
was
divorced
22.
in their
23 with no
30s,
kids.
went back to a girl with 20-something, and ended up having a good life. They in their 50s and 60s now with the woman who meets them and matches them intellectually, and they ex-wife, she ain't never found nobody on their level. She might have gotten the house and gotten some money.
That's
but now-
because women are devalued with age.
no,
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
that women are devalued with age. It's that women do not put themselves in the position to acquire wealth long term.
It's not even about
generally
wealth. Because,
speaking.
ask you a question.
ahead.
23 and
23 with no kids.
23, no kids, no, she just graduated from college, starting her career, 50K. All right.
Yeah.
32, 70K, 2 kids. Which one you gonna choose?
I think you're probably gonna choose the 23-year-old.
I mean, it's,
But
I think what y'all want. I hear what you're saying. The best revenge is a white life well lived. If that is what makes you happy, I support you and your choices. What makes me happy
Some
is to
psychotic
see
shit.
the pain.
Exactly,
And I
psychotic shit.
No, it's not.
that is psychotic.
That is psychotic.
Bro, you get nothing for somebody else's pain.
You don't.
No,
I do.
you don't. No
I
one
do.
does.
Yes,
How you gonna tell me what I
No
get?
one does.
See, you goddamn communist. Don't tell me what I get.
No.
Don't tell me what I have. Fuck you, you goddamn communist. I'm good.
That's because you're still in misery.
Yes.
And misery
Well,
loves
You want
company.
company in
I
your
want to
misery.
see the pain.
Yes.
never see
Again,
it.
You do see it.
No.
you're also assuming that she's someone who is miserable with you. Well, in that case, then we're gonna go ahead and end this episode of the Everyday Black Men podcast.
Can we find you at Black Libertarian? Go wrap this up.
Go ahead.
Black
wrap it up.
Libertarian 2 at Twitter, Black Libertarian at Instagram.